Hey everybody, welcome to Tomb of Annihilation. We're back. We're gonna keep playing this game.
No music for some reason.
Hang on, we're getting there. I have nothing else to say at the beginning of this other than to welcome everybody back into the game. Because last we left off, the party had made their way to a bathhouse to gather some information about
Flaming Fist.
Flaming Fist.
And
we believe
like, wait, why did you guys go there?
There's a Flaming Fist agent partnered with the Xenorome, and we believe they're selling information on the Harpers, and we want to stop that.
That's correct. Yes.
Potentially by
you guys, Ari and I started following some other dudes out of the bathhouse when after Tiff's intimiduction on one of the other ones. The three of them came out recognizing Chyna and decided, we're going to beat you up and kidnap you right now. And you guys are now in combat, and they have no idea what they're about to get themselves into. So let's start with everybody rolling initiative.
We are all in towels.
So am I rolling initiative too?
Yes, everybody roll initiative.
Okay. Because I'm technically not even there. Do I have even a token so you can put me on the initiative track?
Yep.
Cool. Where is it? Oh, I guess I can't click on it. That's fine.
Where do we put into the initiative track?
Can you not see it?
I don't see us in the initiative track now.
I see the initiative tracker, but I don't see any of us in it.
That's what I'm... Yeah.
There's just 3 Flaming Fists in it.
Huh. I see him from here. I see you. Boop.
Odd question. It's more of a point of order. Why do I have advantage on initiative rolls? Is that just in general? Because I keep forgetting that I have that.
Barbarian.
But that's just for any combat, correct? It's not like when I'm surprised or anything. I can just roll advantage.
You just get advantage.
Just making sure.
I think it's like 5th.
Really?
I think it's like, well, how many levels Barbarian are you? I think it's like
7.
I think it's 7th level Barbarian. That's what I was gonna say. Was they get advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh, there it is. You're right. Okay, I was making sure that I wasn't bopped.
I may or may not have been writing a Barbarian subclass a few days ago, so...
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I
was making sure I'm not rolling for no reason. Okay, I am ready.
Ira popped up for but a moment, and then poofed.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you guys can see the map, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
no, I mean in the initiative.
Like I can't see my initiative.
Well, because you have to, your token has to be on the map in order for you to be in the turn, which is really dumb. So, Ira and Ari are in that corner over there. They're not actually there.
Ari, please.
What?
2?
I rolled a natural 1. Okay.
Oh, no.
Wait, over in which corner? I don't even see us.
You're right here. Oh,
is it not updating for me? 1 second.
I can't click on stuff.
I'm reloading.
To be honest, Roll20 is being very buggy lately.
Yeah, it's not letting me ping.
It's totally fine for me. So.
I'm reloading establishing server uplink. Well, okay, it loaded.
A lot of feature ability questions. What is it to summon my Hexblade weapon? Is that an action?
Bonus
Yes.
action.
Okay,
bonus action?
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's an action.
Is there because we started or ended last game with them being unaware that I was present? Could I get like a pseudo surprise round and just be able to summon that?
That's just what you want to use your surprise round for, is just to
pretty much, just to make sure that I can summon it.
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay, chill.
If I'm pretty sure that's what that does. Here.
So let me go. It is an action. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Well,
right, then
it says it's an action. Well, I don't know. It's unclear. It just says to create a pack weapon. So I don't know if the ritual to designate is an action or to summon is an action.
I should know this. 1 second.
I think it's a bonus action, but it's an action to make it a different weapon.
She's right. As an action, you can create a pack weapon in your hand. So I assume I can summon it with an action. Just want to make sure I get that before I don't have it.
Yep. It's an action.
Awesome.
So they're all kind of focused on Chyna, and from behind, as you're kind of sitting in the bath watching them, Tiff is just summons an axe into her hands.
And they're probably like, oh.
They don't even see that happening. They're more focused on Chyna. It's more that Chyna sees that from behind them. They'll roll their initiatives.
Light. I've been sitting in the dark. I didn't realize.
All right. Fucking well, Tiff, you're first.
Okay. I think what Tiff is gonna do is bonus action. She would like to rage, and her war paint will begin to smear. So I will rage, and then I think I'm just gonna. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay, you kind of go over there, immediately surprised. They're like, "Whoa!" they don't expect it at all.
Should be rolling with the other thing. Give me 1 quick second here.
No worries.
There we go. 18.
For
the first.
Yeah, 18 hits.
And then for the second is only 14.
Also hits. They're not wearing armor.
Oh, I see.
They're wearing towels.
That would be 14 for the first set of damage.
Ooh.
And then that will be 10 for the second.
24 damage.
Is all on one dude?
Yes, the gentleman to my right.
So 24.
That guy. And that'll be it.
Okay. So these three guys start walking over towards Chyna, going like, "Oh, hey, this is our mission. We need to deal with this." And then Tiff summons a goddamn axe and just brings it into this guy's shoulder. He's like, "Ah!" And you slice into him again, and he's just like blood going everywhere. And he's just like, "Ah!" The other two guys are like, "Oh shit!" Chyna, it's your turn.
Big pounchy.
Mm-hmm. Big punch.
All right. She just stays where she is in the water.
Okay.
And her like almost like her arms like light up in fire as she focuses for a second, and just she throws her hands like out to punch as if to punch them, even though she's 10 feet away from them, and then the fire just goes out as she uses fangs of the fire snake to get 10-foot reach of fire fists.
That's amazing.
And she's going to probably do Furia blows at the same time. So that's 2 key.
Okay.
So that's, I think that's 4 attacks, right? Yeah. So in 1 key to make 2 unarmed attacks, and I have extra attacks.
3.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, you have extra attack.
I have extra attack.
So yeah, it's 4.
4. So let's go with. Does anyone seem to be like the leader in this group?
No, they're wearing towels.
Okay.
You can't tell by much. There are 3 different individuals, but you don't know who's leading who.
Okay, let's put 2 attacks on the guy that Tiff already hit, and then 1 on each of the other ones.
Okay.
So, this is on the guy already got hit. 19 to hit.
Yep. It's 5.
That'd be 5 fire damage. And then.
Okay, so that's gone over and hit him with an axe, and he's like, he looks up, and you just like Zuko, you're just like punching, and then fire boom, burning him on the side. He's just like, ah! It's just like now he's burns and cuts.
Yep. And then, oh my god!
Wow.
8 fire damage. Yep. And then this is onto this guy right here. 8 fire damage.
Jesus Christ. That's
and
amazing.
And then on this guy right here, 16. Would that hit?
Yeah, that's 16 hits. So
another 6.
All right.
And then after that, I'm just gonna get out of the the water and move right here and let them try and come to me.
Okay, you do that. They by the emotional stature, they are stunned, but they're not physically stunned. They are just very surprised.
They picked the wrong people to try and kidnap.
They look, and they say, this guy right here says, "You two deal with her," and they're like, "What?" Like they're like, "How?"
She has an axe.
Runs over. He takes his towel, and he is going to try. He like takes it off, and he's going to try to string it out and then wrap it around like your neck.
Okay.
So it's going to be a contested grapple check. So make an acrobatics or athletics check.
It doesn't matter which one because it's the same for me. Oh, didn't do well. I rolled low. 11.
An 11? God damn it, he rolled a 10. It's right there. It's 11 and 10. So he like goes over to like swing it around. You just kind of like it almost catches around like your head, but you push it out of the way. And he has.
I was still tripping out. I was tripping out of the pool. So
amazing. He does it again. Go ahead and you roll one more time. God damn it. He rolled another 10. So yeah, misses 15. Once more. He's just like, come here. No. Ira, off in the distance, in the middle of Port Anzaru, you are sneaking after this other guy who is walking his way along towards somewhere in the port, and you are following him, correct?
Yes.
Okay. He starts to make his way northwards through, not northwards, it would be west, which is up on the map. And you know what I can do? No, I'm not going to do that. I could move you onto the port map, but I would rather keep you in the bathhouse. So, and you're continuing to follow after him. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
I have 25.
Cool. You were following after him. And you know you have the right guy because he's wearing the armor and all that, and he's starting to make his way towards the merchant kind of princely district, that like richer area of town, and that's his current direction and where you guys are going. And I will get back to you on the next round.
All right.
This dude is going to try to grapple you, Tiff. Make a acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay. That's a 22.
A 22. He's like burnt and cut down on his side. He turns around, tries to grab at your arms. Did you roll athletics or acrobatics?
I rolled athletics, I believe. Yes.
So he like tries to grab your arms, and you just hit him, and he's like, ah! He's gonna try it again. So you guys are he's kind of just like scrambling to grab you.
Okay, give me 1 quick second. I forgot that I have advantage on these things.
Oh shit.
That's a 25 that time.
Oh my gosh. All right, you have to re-roll. Because he also rolled a 25.
Okay, that will be then...
God damn it. He's like 25, 12.
19.
Yeah, well, he tried. He almost gets you, and you're able to kind of shrug it off, and then you get him off of you. He's far too weak. However, this dude is going to kind of flank you right here, and he's gonna try to wrestle the axe from you. And so it's another grapple check.
Okay.
And as he goes out to like grab it, the dude behind him, he says, "How do you think she got it in the first place? Why are you trying to take it from her?" He's like, "I don't know."
You said that was another grapple?
Yeah, another acrobatics or athletics.
That one is a 24.
All right. They are having very much trouble trying to grab you. He gives up, and he's just going to try to punch you in the face.
Okay.
He gets a 12.
12 does not hit. AC 16.
Because of unarmored defense, right?
Yeah.
He hits you, but it's just Nothing. He doesn't feel like anything. He's just like, like hurts his hand trying to do it. There's a wall. All right. So Quaothe is currently watching this kind of go down. She's not going to do anything yet. And top of the round, Ari, you are now in here. So you are where your mini currently is, and you can go on your turn, which is at like the end of the round.
I just like to imagine this all like as a movie. So it's them all fighting, and then me just running up the stairs, stopping for a second to breathe, and then keep going.
Keep going. And then you finally get to the top, and you look open, and you just see he's like
bunch of naked dudes trying to take them down.
Yeah, trying to take them down, and Tiff is just beating their ass. How much health do you have, Ari?
60. I'm fragile.
Cool beans. Yep, you are sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, it's your turn.
Another point of order. Can I drop rage as a free action?
Yeah.
So I think when that guy punches me, she's gonna like feel it and then kind of take a deep breath and then break her rage as she realizes, oh, I see. And instead,
there is no threat here.
Yeah. Instead, she's going to drop her rage, calm herself, cast Misty Step,
okay,
and go. Oh, I can't do that because it's 2 spells. Oh boy.
Don't you love that?
Yeah, I guess I'll just stay here. Do I have disadvantage on attacking these guys because they're so close?
No, unless it's a ranged attack.
Okay, no. Okay, then I'm just gonna drop rage and I will attack said gentleman behind me again.
All right.
For messing with me. I guess at that rate, I'm gonna keep my rage until the end, so I have my +2.
Okay.
Since I cannot cast 2 spells in a turn. Just give me a quick second here.
You can, so long as it's a cantrip.
15?
15 hits.
Okay, and then the second one will be 16.
That also hits.
First damage is 15. Second damage is 16. So, I'm sorry. Yeah, 16. So 31.
How do you kill this guy?
To be honest, I think I don't want to make it too brutal. I just want to like crack him in his knee and then send the blade over in his head and kind of toss him into the pool if I can, just over here.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of dunk him in.
Yeah, yeah. The axe just kind of goes right across the side of his face. He's immediately down. You kind of throw him into the pool. There's now just like red beginning to like fill into the pool that you were just in, Sheena. As this guy's face down, the other 2 dudes are not like very torn up about this dude being dead. They're just kind of like it's more like they evaluate the situation now. They see that he's dead. And they're like, okay, shit, what do we do?
Okay, then I'm going to break rage, Hexblade Curse. That guy's my bonus action.
All right.
And then I will sit there ready for him.
Sheena?
I'm just gonna go fairly simple. 4 unarmed attacks against this guy right in front of me.
All right, go for it. Is it still fire damage?
No.
Or does that only last for a turn?
I think it's only a turn. Let me just double check, but I think it's just for a turn. Yeah, it's just for when I do those attacks.
Cool.
For the rest of the turn, yeah. So attack number 1.
Hit.
14.
Hit. So what is that? 12, 20, 21, 28. 28 damage.
Whack.
Yeah.
Hold on. How much does that bring him down?
And I gotta do math. I don't trust myself.
28 damage, I think.
That's 28 damage. Yeah.
I am going to do action surge and hit him twice more.
Oh my goodness. Believe you can only hit him 3 more times if you do action surge, because you don't get your bonus action back.
No, I don't get my bonus action, but no, I can only hit him 2 more times, not 3. I think. Because...
Oh, wait. So you did Flurry of Blows then?
I did Flurry of Blows.
Oh, so then, yeah, it would only be 2 more.
Yeah.
Because Flurry of Blows lets you do 3.
Flurry of Blows lets you do an extra 2 as a bonus action.
There you go. Yeah.
Not,
I always get that confused for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's like the only ability in the game that's like really weird. It's like you spend a key to get 2 more attacks as a bonus action, because you can also, as a bonus action, do an extra attack with your other hand. So it's
and also martial arts lets you do an extra attack just naturally without anything else too.
Oh wow!
But within as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm using a key to get an extra attack.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
essentially what it is.
Yeah.
So, but 2 more attacks, 14.
Yep.
And 19.
Yep.
So an extra 13 damage on top of that.
Nice.
I'm just beating this guy in.
Guys, if I ran up the stairs for nothing, I'm gonna be real mad.
You run up the stairs and you look over and you're like, holy shit. And this guy kind of goes over, he's got a towel, he's trying to grab Sheena, and Sheena just...
like, oh wait, we're fine.
It's that new trailer that just came out for the Batman. He's just like, he just beats the shit out of this dude. His like face is broken. He's just like, oh, near dead. All right, are you done?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, it's that guy's turn. Looks around. He's like, oh, we need backup. He spits out blood, and he's like, we don't have backup. We're in a bathhouse. And he looks around. He evaluates the situation. He looks at you, Ari. Do you do anything?
I think I currently look like Shia LaBeouf. So I'm gonna try to do the meanest face that I possibly can as Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, so he knows that's not a viable exit. He's gonna risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I am a cannibal in this form.
He's going to disengage, and he is going to jump out of the window that I didn't draw.
Oh my god.
Isn't this like 3 stories up?
He breaks his legs.
He succeeds his athletics check. He might. Let's see how much damage he takes. Wow, he has 11 health. He took 11 damage. But he succeeded his check, so he takes half of that. So he jumps out the window, glass shatters, and he just like falls out, and you're like, that dude's just gonna die. And you hear he lands, but he's gone.
You hear the equivalent of a
fractured
splat.
both of his legs. He didn't break them.
Ira, it's your turn.
Okay, I mean, I'm just following.
You're following that dude. You get led over towards the kind of merchant area.
If that's what happens, I'll duck away to where there's not a whole lot of people, and turn back into the face of Ira. So that, because I know I've seen in the past that the guards of the merchant villa have let us in.
Yeah.
So that way I can get let in easy and don't have to try to sneak through as fucking Hayden Christensen from episode 2.
Yeah. Ahead of you, those 2 guards that are there, they do let in this flaming fist guy, and he makes his way on in.
I'll give it about 10 seconds and then follow behind.
You follow behind. The 2 of them, they kind of look at you, they recognize you, they let you in. And as you kind of go in, you see this kind of like this area of Port Nanzar, which is almost like a cul-de-sac. It's like a bunch of houses, very nice looking neighborhood. It's like a fountain kind of in the center. It's where all the rich people live. And you see that he is walking over to this very large building. And it has like a bunch of doors all over it. It almost looks like apartment.
I was gonna say almost like
apartments, maybe. But it looks to be a part of like one like conglomeration, like all of the like the doors in the building linked together. So it's probably just like one really big, nice house. And he goes over one of the doors and he goes inside.
All right. I will commit which door he went through to memory.
All right.
Even kind of drawing it out if I have to on a little piece of paper, like the 3rd door on the 2nd floor or something.
Yeah, there you go. You know which door it is.
And then I will reconvene with my party.
Okay, you start making your way back. We'll see what happens. It is because, to be fair, Ira, they've been in combat for.
I know. I've probably been following for about 20 minutes.
Probably about an hour, to be honest.
So
it's been pretty long for Ira.
If anything, I might run into the flaming fist guy that's walking back at 5 health.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we'll see what happens. All right, this
Walking
dude
back
sees
at
his
5 health with no clothes.
Yeah.
Took these chances.
This guy right here sees his buddy jumps out the window. He seems very outnumbered, and he turns and he's gonna say something.
This is the day you almost caught Captain Flaming Fist guy.
Yeah. He looks behind him, and just for point of reference for everybody, there are windows all over these walls. There are about 2 windows on each side of the wall. So there's like 2 windows over here. There's 2 windows on this side.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because it's so high up that it's not like people can see in, but you can see out.
No. Exactly. And he kind of turns as he's about ready to just like fight you with his fists, Tiff. He looks towards Chena and he looks to you and he just says, "Did you kill our man? Is that you guys?"
Can I interact with him, or do I have to wait till my turn?
I mean, you can talk back to him.
It's a free action.
Okay. I guess I'll take my my cue from Chena. She's not speaking with him, then I'm not.
Silence is enough. And he also disengages and goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to have him make a dexterity save. 16. He almost slips on the puddles and doesn't. There's water everywhere. But he runs to about there. That's his turn. Ari, it is your turn.
I like a Quail phase in the initiative, but just watching.
Yep.
I don't need to do anything.
Camera.
Just-
Camera.
Camera?
Oh, nope, never mind. I guess Zoom
No.
just fucked out for me.
No, I replaced the battery before I started.
Yeah, no, you just stopped moving for a good like 5 seconds on my screen. Everyone else is fine, but
Weird.
Ari's going to. No, I don't want to do that. I don't think she's gonna do anything.
She just watches?
She's just gonna watch. She's nervous on what Quaofe is doing, and doesn't want to anger her in any way. So I'm just gonna chill as a.
I was gonna say you're Shia LaBeouf. You're not even Ari right now, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm.
Tiff?
She's gonna look at Chena and then the guy that just left, the one that went through the window, and she's gonna ask, I guess, should I chase?
You get that guy, I'll get the window guy.
Okay, Tiff's gonna get in like a Evangelion running stance and then book it. So she's going to bonus action, Misty Step. Oh, hang on, give me a second. Well, how far can I get? There. So she'll go. Oh, gotta switch over. Here. And then she has 55 movement, so she's gonna leap through the same window.
Okay. Cool. You jump out the window onto the ground. It is a 15-foot fall.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a 30-foot fall, not 15.
Would you like an athletics check?
Make athletics or acrobatics, either one.
That would be a 17.
Cool. You take 5 bludgeoning damage as you kind of hit the ground. A little hard on your knees, but not that bad.
And then how far
this dude is right on the ground. He's like trying to stand up. There's glass everywhere. He's like, and you land next to him. He's just like, ah!
Then I'm gonna hit him twice on his head. Just a little bonk.
Bonk.
Megu bonk.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
First one is a 15. Second one is a 13.
Both of those hit.
Oh, well.
He's got 11 health.
There's 13 on the first then.
All right. How do you end him?
I mean, there's people out on the street, right?
Yep.
So again, it's gonna be kind of non-violent. I'm just gonna try and like crack him in the back of the head, and hopefully just his neck is broken.
Okay, yeah, you kind of take like the other end of the great axe, and it just kind of hits the back of him, and he's like on his hands and knees already, and then he just slumps to the ground. And there are a couple of people who are just like, ah.
No, but yeah, I imagine plus Tiff's naked, so she's gonna try and then use the rest of her movement to go back in, and then do the same trek that Ari just had to make.
Cool. It'll take. You've got 55 feet of movement still.
I'm assuming 15 didn't take that up from me leaping out the window.
No. It'd be 5 feet, and then you can go 50. So you're like halfway up the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna charge and get up there if I can.
Yeah. You will be. You are halfway up the stairs. You're not in the room yet, but
okay.
you can be by the time you're next to.
Thank you.
Cheetah.
I am gonna go. If you can see this, can you see this right?
Yep.
Step of the wind to get right here.
Question: can Sheena run on water?
I don't think so. So I can make the dex save.
Can she run on? No, well, can she run on walls? Can she run on vertical surfaces in water yet, or is that not?
I don't think she has that ability because she's only level 5 monk. So
got it. Go ahead and roll a dex save.
Yeah, I think it's like level 7.
13.
That's fine. You don't slip on the water around the pool.
And I have +7 to that, so that shows you how low I rolled there.
Jeez. All right, yeah, you get right next to him. You cut him off, basically. He's like,
yep. And then I'm going to hit him 3 times. With one of them, I'm throwing a stunning strike on there.
Go for it.
Do I have to say which one is a stunning strike before I hit with it?
Yeah. It has to be one that hits, obviously.
Yeah. Well, okay, hold on. Let me see.
You could choose after it hits.
Okay, with a melee.
That's really smart. A stunning strike.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit with the melee weapon attack. Okay.
Yeah.
That's mega brain play.
So
It's
21?
5 head play.
Yeah.
21 hits. I'm gonna stun on that one.
I want to stun on that one.
You got a 19.
Oof.
I think that beats it. Yeah,
That
that beats
does
it.
beat it.
Oh well.
Are we going with the house rule that you and I came up with, which is you can only stunning strike once per turn?
Yeah, you can keep stunning striking if you want.
No, I kind of play by that rule myself, anyways, just because I think it's fair.
It's so strong if you don't impose that rule.
That's
fair. Like, boom, 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 stun. Yeah. Okay, basically guaranteeing it.
But this second attack, he still takes the 7 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
And this attack, I want to try and replace it with a grapple instead.
You can do that. Go ahead and make you have to make an athletics check.
Yep. 23.
Yeah, he rolled a 7. He's grappled. You go over. You fucking like you. I imagine you do like kind of point out your fingers and like hit him in the neck to like stun him. And it just kind of damages him. He's not stunned at all. But then you just grab him and he's like and he can't move.
That would be my turn.
All right. Ira, you are being a guy. He's grappled. He's going to try to escape the grapple. So recontest. He got an 11.
I got 20.
Fuck. Can't move. So he's going to have to just... it's his action to try to get out. So he's just fucked. Ari, are you doing anything? Sheena has grabbed this guy. Tiff has jumped out a window.
Okay.
And then you hear like wet footsteps coming up from behind you.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do anything.
Okay.
I think they have it handled pretty well.
All right, Tiff,
Yeah.
it's your turn. It's 20 more feet of movement to get into the room.
Sorry. I'm going to go to Ari and then get in the doorway to her. And then I got to figure out how far I am from this guy. Oh, that by itself tells me how far I am. Okay, I'm going to get in front of her and I'm going to take my halberd and do like these, like a bow staff twirl. I'm going to do Eldritch Blast on the guy from the doorway.
Got it. I forget, you're using a halberd, aren't you?
I am.
Just correct me next time.
No, that's all right. It's all the same thing anyway. That's 17 for the Eldritch Blast.
Yep, you got him.
Okay, and then that will be 4 points of damage. And then she'll not hastily run, but just walk.
Okay.
About there. She just want to slip.
Yep, perfect. Sheena?
She's gonna can you just try to like choke out this guy?
Yeah, I have rules for that actually. Sorry, give me a second. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Actually, I apologize. That's 4 more damage. I forgot that I have Hexblade Curse on him.
oh, cool. So the way choking works is that a number of rounds equal to his con mod. If you keep grappling him in this way, he will. I think it's 1 plus con mod. So his con modifier is 2. So if you had him grappled last round, so if you have him grappled for 2 more rounds, he will go unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do that, and I'm kind of try and hold her, like as she's holding it, just to kind of hold him out. I'm like, I don't want to kill this guy. Oh, I think I want him for information.
He's like,
Full, then disengage and start like scanning the area. Then.
okay. He's gonna try to get out. It's just basically gonna be a lot of contests here. So he got a 20.
Well, let's see if we got above it. Nope, he's out.
You're like, Don, I want to kill him, and then he fucking elbows you, and you're like, ah! And then he gets freeze, and he stands up, and he's going to fucking 5, 10, 15,
is he disengaging
20.
there?
He's not disengaging.
I'm punching him.
He doesn't have the ability to. Go for it. You can reaction attack him. Oh my god, you crit him!
Just whack!
You hit him right in the back of the head. So 12.
12.
Ooh. That's. He's hurt, and he's running for the window here, and he's gonna. He can't do it this turn, but he's preparing for it. So let's say the window is actually like over here, so he can only go 5, 10, 50, 20, 25, 30. So he's almost at the window. He's gonna have to make a dex save though. He got a 20. Ari, are you still just watching?
Are these people in here like terrified or?
Yes.
Okay, can I like go up to this person here, this woman, man, and try to get them out? Like, let's just go this way. Yeah, that
they're
one.
like, oh, okay, and they kind of get up. They grab like a towel, and you like help them like start moving out because they don't know what to do.
Shia LaBeouf will be this fucking legend.
Voice of reason.
No, will be a legend in Portney and Zaru as this hero that randomly appeared one day in a bathhouse and saved some civilians.
Tiff.
Never to be seen
I think
again.
you have kind of an idea what's happening. I'm going to bonus action, Misty Step. Going here.
All right.
I think. If not, maybe back here. And then I'm going to run to this fool.
Yep.
And I'm going to grapple him.
Cool. Go ahead and roll athletics.
And if I can, I'm going to get this fool in the water. We're gonna rumble down there.
Into the water.
Do you have extra attack?
I do.
All right, I will go ahead and, even though it says when you take the attack action, you can take. If you want to, I'll let you try to shove him, so you can put him in the water if you want.
Okay. Okay. That's a 10. That's bad.
10. Oh shoot.
I like how Jacob has just resigned to the fact that he thinks you guys are just going to succeed at this point. So he's like, "Oh, wait, a 10? My guy can do something?"
You run over to him, you grab him, and he just kind of throws your hand off. This guy's a little bit more, a bit stronger.
Are you a little slippery?
You're not you're not raging, huh?
No, I'm not.
Dang, I was gonna say you'd have advantage.
He oiled himself up.
Gina.
Gina is going to.
He got some soap and
run to
I'll
here
never catch
like this. You can see this, right?
Yep, you're good. Make a dex save.
Of course. Dex save.
hey, Tiff,
oh
you
no,
make a
I
dex save.
slide.
I can.
Oh fuck, Chena. You're you fall prone right here and slip onto the ground. You're
Okay.
gonna have to spend the movement to stand back up.
Well, that's not
I
dex
mean-
save. Well, I can just do it for math from here. 13.
All right, you're good.
I'm a little stuck here. I don't really want to kill this guy, so I'm gonna
Slippery floor.
I'm going to dash.
Okay,
And just go right there.
perfect. Is that the end of your turn?
That'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Can you dash as a bonus action? Accept the wind?
I've used up all my ki.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Again, I'm only level 5 monk, so
He turns around, he sees the two of you. You tried to grab him, Tiff. Chena, you slipped on the water, and he's like, ha-ha, and he jumps out the window.
Yep.
I've escaped. He gets an 18, so he takes half damage.
Chena will look at Tip.
Sick
Don't worry. No, don't worry. I got him. I can jump out the window. I don't know. I want to keep this guy.
Okay.
He is out the window. He's gone. Ari, are you continuing to help everybody?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Tiff?
Tiff's gonna jump out the window. She's gonna scream, "It'll be easier if you stop."
Roll intimidation.
Oh, all right. I'll take that. That is a. You know what? Can I use my card?
Yeah.
I'll use my card.
Number 1 through 5.
Let's do 2.
Ooh. Oops. Here we go. 1, 2, plus 5.
21.
Oh my goodness. He is on the ground and he's just like, why would I do that?
Oh.
I assume I'm gonna jumped out already with him because I'm gonna put my blade up to his neck and go, "You can die here or die down the street." Well, I guess I'll say you can live here or you can die down the street.
Oh fuck. He says,
Point of where my athletic check was 21
What?
because I don't know if it's very intimidating if I
I'll
crack
send it
my
to you.
knees out and die.
that's true. The last thing he'll say, well, Cheetah, it's your turn. Do you want to do anything while this interaction is happening?
Yeah, I jump out the window in superhero land next to Tiff
Perfect.
because
You take no damage because you're a monk.
yeah, just lands and just
Well, no, technically you get to reduce the damage.
yes.
How much
Roll the
would
damage.
13.
I reduced it by 25.
Oh my
so-
goodness. Okay. Well,
So I just superhero land next to Tiff and just say, just stop.
he says,
I will chase you down, both of us.
I don't trust you. Put the weapon down.
We both kind of are.
But I will
this is
will
kind of out of
drop the weapon
combat,
onto
so-
him and then have it disappear before it hits him.
Ooh, he like, huh? He just kind of like hesitates and then nothing happens. And he kind of he straightens the towel that he has on and he stands up. His feet are kind of bleeding from like the broken glass.
Tiff's taking that towel now. She's done
Oh
being
shit!
naked.
Okay,
He will be naked.
He's in the street, just naked, and he looks up at the two of you, and he just says, "Can I get some clothes?"
Since you've been so nice, I think we can get that arranged.
And you guys are no longer in combat.
Ari's just gonna peek her head out the window that they both went out of.
Yep.
Are we good?
I'm gonna wave.
I'm gonna use the stairs,
Please.
Good idea.
and she'll make her way down.
All right.
Did Tiff take damage after jumping out that second window?
Oh, yep.
With the 21.
What'd you roll with your
21.
21? Yeah, you would have taken half of 13, so 6.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure I'm up to date.
As you begin to walk out, Ari, Coyote sitting in the pool over kind of looks up to you, and she says, "Is this my fault?"
No.
all of this?
Random Shia LaBeouf.
I don't
I know
know.
you were working with them.
I don't think it was your fault. No. Do you think it was your fault?
Yeah, yes.
Why did you send them?
I sent you to go kill a flaming fist mercenary.
Oh, well. We didn't have to do it. So,
No. I hope it was worth it. We have similar enemies now.
have a nice day.
She just stays in the bath, and it, like the camera zooms out, and the dead guy is still in this one. It's just it's just red at this point, and she's just sitting there. You make your way down, Ari, and head over towards the bottom of the bathhouse. At this point, as you guys are now out there, 4 Chultan guards are running towards all of you, and Fort Nyanzaru guards are have run over towards all of you. As you guys are right outside the bathhouse, they take out their spears and they kind of point them over, and they say, and one of them just kind of says in common, "What is going on here?"
Looking at China, she's going to see if she wants Tiff to speak, or China's going to.
She kind of looked at you like as if expecting you to speak to the people.
She says, "This one tried to grab at us at the bathhouse. He was awfully forward, but I think he got a little bit more than he was wanting out of the altercation."
And he kind of like he just kind of looks up at them, and he says, roll persuasion, Tiff."
I can. Come on. Oh, that's a 24.
24. He kind of looks at him and he says, "You'll be coming with us then."
Oh.
We were hoping to
walk
ask some
forward.
questions. Ask some questions of him if you would allow us to in your custody.
Of course, then you could have him.
Fine. They go over. They grab him. They they go over and they throw like cuffs onto the back of him, and they begin to kind of like they have their spears kind of almost like prodding into his back. They're like, "Move," and he starts to walk and he's saying, "Get him some clothes," and one of the other guards kind of runs off and he says, "My clothes, they're in the bathhouse." "Shut up!" And they like continue to get him to walk, and he just starts walking cut naked through the streets over towards wherever they're going to keep this
Ding, ding.
holding center. Ari, you make your way down and you see that
Dang.
the end of that
Dang.
conversation happened.
Shame.
Man, remember when that show was good?
Rip.
Shia LaBeouf will be writing a little note on a paper bird like, "Hey, we got attacked at the bathhouse right after you left. Very unfortunate." And I'll just fold
Was
it up
unavoidable.
and throw it at into the
that
sky.
might very much change what Ira would do then if that happened 2 minutes after he left.
Keep doing what you were doing. We're fine.
The paper bird takes a little bit to find him.
Sure.
It's
No,
looking for
fuck did he go?
Ira, but you're still Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
so it's confused.
yeah. So it didn't start going for me until I turned into Ira to get into
It'll be a
the.
minute before Ira gets that message.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Just letting him know.
All right.
Tiff, you want to go get some clothes now, though?
She goes, "That would be wonderful."
Let's go. Let's go get our clothes. Walk around to the bathhouse and try and retrieve our clothes.
I'm gonna check in with Ari real fast. Tiff gotta put on some clothes. I guess she'll check in after. She'll check in after, ready to go.
Please call me Shia.
So I guess she suggest she'll go to Ari first before the guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
you guys go to the bathhouse.
Does she still look like Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
Okay, she'll try, but really kind of terribly try and be stealthy, kind of like the Scott Pilgrim up to
Oh,
the girl, kind of just slide up next to her. And go, did we fuck everything up?
No? Why?
I'm just making sure. Did somebody follow that guy home? If not, I have his address.
Oh, Ira is following him.
Oh, good. Okay.
And Querthe didn't seem mad at all, so I think we're good.
That's actually that's honestly, I didn't think that was going to be avoidable, so that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate you come back for us.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't do much. I was hoping that Querthe would just think that I was just some random guy watching, but she immediately was just like, I know who you are.
Oh.
Well, not exactly
Yeah.
that she knows who I am, but she knew that I was with you guys.
The princes are...
Smart. Insightful.
Yeah, insightful. They're used to telling a lot of lies, so they have to know.
She
what's
kind
what.
of apologized, actually. She thought it was her fault.
Oh, you're being serious?
Yeah.
Oh. To be honest, I'm more afraid.
I thought that was a good sign that we were like becoming friends, but maybe you're right. Maybe
I don't know if I want to be friends with them.
she is sitting
But-
in a like a pool of blood now. It was very scary.
She's not in the pool of blood.
Wow.
Oh,
She was just sitting in a pool, and in front of her was a pool of blood, and she's just like,
okay.
yes.
I thought you were saying it was going into the water that she was
No.
in and turning it red. Okay,
She's not
less
that
scary.
disgusting.
Less scary. Good for your skin, actually.
Like a fucking vampire.
Yeah.
Like,
Still a
She's,
little scary, but
What's the name of the
The queen.
the queen. I'm
Yeah.
trying to
I
don't
think it's
remember.
one of the
I think it's
Marys,
Mary.
isn't it?
I think
Yeah.
it's one of the Marys.
Yeah.
I have
I'm
no
thinking
idea.
of John Wick too.
Yeah.
Same.
I haven't seen,
Same
haven't
though.
seen that.
Same. But it's not her own wrist, it's someone else's
Yeah,
wrist.
yeah.
Someone's neck.
So, well, I guess that's a good thing. Maybe that's an ally. I don't
So
entirely know if I mean, she's not the worst one. Well, thank you for
Bloody Mary.
being our spokesperson. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna go put on a different face.
Okay. He
Um,
just kind of a little horrified by that and kind of walks away.
Ari's gonna go into one of the rooms and like look around. Did anyone happen to leave their clothes here?
The flaming fist guy's close.
Yeah.
Does it
There's,
have like emblems on it that are like?
there are 3 Flaming Fist, kind of like a splint mail. There's uniforms, and then there's also their splint armor. And the fist that's on fire is emblazoned into the
That'll definitely be helpful for later. Ari's just gonna shove all 3 of those into her bag of holding, and
Okay. 3
Then-
Flaming Fist uniforms.
then she's gonna go into like the next room. She's just looking for like a random person's clothes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Just
bunch of
clothes.
people's clothes in there.
Okay.
God.
She's gonna like hold them up and be like, I've
Still
got
Querthe's
someone-
clothes.
Oh no! If they look really nice, I'm just leaving them. And she'll find like some like petite lady's clothes and just turn into someone's face that she knows that's around that size.
Okay, you turn into that lady in her clothes.
I want to be who is petite that I know. Petite actress. Let's look it up.
Oh, God.
Apparently, what's her name? Padme.
Natalie
Oh, yeah,
Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. She's like 5'2".
She's 5'3". She's on this
She's
list.
so small. I always
Um,
imagined she was taller.
Ooh, Lady Gaga is 5'1".
Wow.
Lady. Yeah, I'm gonna be Lady Gaga.
Oh, okay, all right. You put yourself in a giant piece of meat and you stick out.
I'm just a tiny lady.
All right. You put on some random clothing and you make your way out of the bathhouse. Tiff, Gina, you're like, look, a random lady.
Oh, you know, I imagine Tiff doesn't get the hint quite yet. She's like, "Can I help you?" And she goes, "Oh, want to step up, bro?" I'm like, "Oh,
No,
Sorry,
I'm
Ari.
just.
okay, Gina. I think I'm a blunt instrument for a fine tools job. You may want to talk to this guy."
Yes. Well, either I can or
wait for
Ari
your
or
bard.
Ira.
That's a probably a better option, even.
Why don't you put him in your boat jail?
The
Sorry,
guards
boat
have
jail?
him right now.
Huh?
Brig. It's
Oh.
called Brig. And
Boat
I like
jail.
boat jail.
the guards currently have him. So
Oh, right.
they
Boat
took
jail
custody.
is my
we
favorite.
will-
Boat
jail.
jail.
I didn't know I had a name.
It's also called,
to be honest, it
it's
does.
Also
It's
not,
boat
it's
jail
also
now.
not a boat. It is a ship. Thank you very much.
Is a ship not a big boat?
No.
Can I move to go canoe jail? Kayak jail?
Kayak jail.
Jail.
It's just handcuffs, but you're on a kayak.
Kinky.
Skiff jail.
Ooh.
Note to
Okay.
self: don't call the brig boat jail in front of China.
Would
I'm
you
with the opposite
call-
note. Make sure to call the brig boat jail.
Would you call someone doing street magic a wizard?
If they're good,
Hey,
I don't know. My brother used to make money that way, and he's a wizard.
Not
Street
a
magic.
Okay.
Sometimes they
magician.
are wizards,
Then if the same thing applies here,
and then
sure.
sometimes they're
but
just I don't
I'm
know,
ta-
bards trying to.
I'm talking about the latter.
Hey, now what were you gonna say about bards?
I was not here. I can say all the shit she wants.
Bards are stupid, and I don't respect them. That's a joke. Sorry, brig. I'm uneducated.
Is this fine?
Mm,
I'll take
So
more
to
chance.
the-
I'm
at the ship
re-educated.
versus boat. Anyways,
ship jail.
That's still
should
not
we
right, but
wait
sure.
for Ira, or should we go now? They're not gonna like hang him, are they?
I don't
I don't
think
know their
so.
laws here.
I don't think so. He didn't steal nothing, so his hand should be good. I think he'll be all right.
He did try to touch you though, so maybe they will come off.
Well, I mean, we're in the benefit. I tried to touch him a lot more forcefully than he tried to touch me.
Okay.
So
Can you make a history check, Tiff?
I think I can. I don't think it'll be
I'm
good.
pretty
though.
sure Craig knows this, but I'm just gonna tell you.
How about a 10?
10. You're like, hang? Oh yeah, what
Yeah.
they do in Waterdeep. And you're fully aware that in Port Nyanzaru, they have the executioners run.
Mm-hmm. I think he may be all right. We could always. I don't know. I would say drop charges, but I don't know if that actually works in the way we think it does. We'll see.
Also, pretty hilariously, this is Fort Nyanzaru right here, and that's where they're keeping him.
Where?
This big ass place right here. Oh, I'm pinging the DM there.
Oh, just down the street.
It's right there. And this is the bathhouse. So
Okay. I think we might be able to. I guess it comes down to what do we need from him? Just information? Do we want him free?
I don't care if he's free or not.
Okay, then I think that makes everything a lot easier. We just talk to him.
I just want the information. How does he know? How do you recognize me? Why do they want to take me?
The name of the informant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's a lot of questions we have that we can ask.
Do you want to wait for Ira then?
Uh,
I hate to
Do you think
move
he'd be
past.
more?
Colton has so many ideas. but
Well,
Ira does.
I just
What do
worry
you
that we're
think?
going to move into a different area and he's going to try and find us and not have a way around. I try to keep my ducks in a row.
Ari finally notices that the bird is just spinning around because it doesn't know what it's looking for, and I'll take it down and put try to think of what the name of the face that is, and then write Hayden, and then send it out.
I hate that we've made this canon, but I'm glad that it's canon now. That the birds can't find the person if the face is wrong.
I will dictate to the captain, but I think we should wait to regroup.
I agree.
One
Yeah,
moment.
but do you think Ira is better in an interrogation?
It's kind of his
I mean,
job,
your
to be
fists hit
honest.
harder. I think it depends on the type of interrogation.
Well, if it's his job, then I suppose
I mean,
I give command on a ship. I don't interrogate.
we're spies. We're good at beating things out of people.
Which is why I'm
Good,
asking you.
good. I think, to be honest, I don't really know whose skill sets are better. I just would prefer everyone together. It did worry me that we got into a fight with you two being separated.
I can't believe they decided to attack us with nothing.
I'm just grateful that it was us and not them.
Strange that they
That's
know
very
that,
true.
they just wanted you.
I know. That's part of my concern as well.
Didn't seem to recognize Tiff at all.
No. Maybe because I'm
that's
more
my worry.
noticeable. Points to skin.
I know,
That
but
could be it.
what did you do?
I guess that's one of our questions, right?
Against the flaming fists, as much as you know.
Yes.
I mean, sure, I
was
have
just-
enemies back
I was
from
just
where I
making
come
sure
from, but
you didn't, I don't know, hang out in Baldur's Gate for a while, piss
Nope,
off some
never-
people there.
as far as I
older
know, I haven't been to
Ravengard,
Baldur's Gate, no.
as far as you
Unless
know.
they know the people in Saltmarsh. Well, not even the people in Saltmarsh. It would be the princes, but not them.
All right. Well,
Well, I mean, we are, at least at the moment, perceived to be the merchant princes. I don't know, hired assassins, and they're already against the Flaming Fist, so we could just be seen as combatants on the field.
right. Okay.
Could very well be.
That'd be a
Except
good question for
except-
him.
Except they seem to want to kidnap us, kidnap me, not kill.
Maybe they
And
wanted
doing it in
a
such a-
ransom of some sort. I
I
don't know.
I mean, it's possible.
I don't know.
Well, didn't the Flaming Fists
Waterdeep.
also? Aren't the Flaming Fists also working for working with the pirates and mentioned my
Oh,
ship back in?
they
at
did.
the
Oh,
fort.
that's
Maybe
possible. You're
they-
right.
They already know about
That
me.
makes that makes a lot of sense. They recognized
Hmm.
your ship. They probably just knew you as the captain, so they were going to take you and then question you and figure out what we were doing.
I think so. I think that's a safe assumption to make.
Ira, as you are making your way out of the merchant, the kind of the area you were following that guy in, I can never remember names. While I'm
His name was
this
Ralph, if that's the same guy.
game. Wait, Ralph was you were following Ralph.
Poor fuck.
You get a paper bird, and it's addressed to Hayden. And it says that you got in a fight right after you guys left, and right is like all caps. It's italics to make it sound like Ari was like right.
Underlined
Yeah,
2
I'll go back
times.
to where the party would be, like the bathhouse.
It took 6 seconds after you left for it to break out. Crazy, right?
Ira still has not returned back to you guys.
I know we
here.
have a lot going on, but I'm kind of interested to why Quoth feels some kind of, I don't know,
I mean, I'm sure she's still up there.
certain
Regret?
way to us. I think we should. We know the power of a woman in a bathtub. I think we should
I learned
Maybe.
it today, actually.
speak with her. It's a thing. It is.
Never enter our bath time.
I think we should maybe speak with her at the villa and maybe see if she has work. She might be able to help us out.
Okay.
If our enemies are really the same now.
It might not be a bad idea to have someone like her be on our good side.
Yeah, but we do have a lot of things going on. I guess I shouldn't say we. You guys have a lot of things going on. So
Could
Mhm.
you remind me what she deals in? What's her...
yeah, she does like a lot of luxury items and things like wines, oils, ales. She does like some of the drug trade with Tish, and perfumes,
Wasn't she the one that
more creature comforts.
Are there drugs here?
Yes.
drugs?
Yeah, looking around like the guards nearby.
Weren't we the wasn't she the one who allowed us to get the insect repellent as well?
No one surprised me if she was. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
At the very
Do
least,
we-
she's a very powerful person with a lot of power. If we can have at least 2 princes on our side now, that'd not be a bad idea.
That's true.
Does anyone play cards?
Not well.
Probably. No.
I can play dice, not cards.
Ira comes around the corner.
Fist fighter. Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, Ira.
You see Hayden Christensen come around the corner, actually.
Oh.
You guys look all right.
I'm
I'm gonna look. I'm like, been a while since I've seen that face.
This has the only clothes that would fit.
You see that the bathhouse is currently swarmed by about 15 guards. There is glass, a corpse, and blood, and a lot of stuff.
A naked corpse.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the quick version?
We got into a fight. They wanted to take China.
Yeah, they wanted to try and kidnap me.
And Tiff.
Yeah, they didn't. It went poorly for them.
Yeah,
really well for us.
They definitely underestimated the power of 2 women in towels. I just watched, really.
Well, both of you fight without weapons or weapons that you can summon, right? It probably wasn't even close to fair.
No, not really.
So, okay. And they were only going after China?
It seemed that way
originally,
at first, yes.
yeah. Until Tiff stepped in.
They came out of their room and then they immediately recognized her and was like, why are you taking her?
To be fair, her visage is awfully recognizable, but they did seem to know exactly who she was.
2 of them are dead. 1 of them was taken by the guard. And is in points to the giant fort next to us.
Oh, we have an option to talk to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I asked the guards if we can interrogate them.
Okay. I found where they live.
Well, that's good.
That's good, at least.
A group of about 5 guards make their way over towards you, led by what looks like a guard captain. The guard captain is wearing very fine-looking armor, and he has like a bunch of piercings up the side of like his body too, like his ears, his nose, and his lip. And he makes his way over, and he has a sword kind of down on his side, and he says, "You," and he kind of points over towards Tiff and China, and he says, "I have heard the story of what happened. I'm assuming you are, you killed these men in self-defense."
Aye, that's exactly what happened.
I think that one may have killed himself on the fall. He did jump from a 3-story building, but yes, the one in the bathhouse, I can take blame for that.
Unless he fell on the back of his head. I think something else hit him on the way down.
I'm like, I look at myself unarmed.
It's more like it's like in his brain it's like it was your fists. So he's terrified.
That I am armed.
Yeah.
You want some too?
And he says, "This can go unnoticed without any paperwork for you, but this is a mess for me. Unless you would like to go through the legal process of these, I may need some coin."
How
What
much?
is the legal process?
I was going to ask.
You come with me into the fort. We hear your story. We hear the other guy's story who's still alive. And you may have to sit in a holding cell for the rest of the day.
What would you say your hourly rate would be?
20 gold pieces.
What if I give you 30 and you let us talk to the guy?
That can be arranged.
Okay. I will give him... Do I even have that? I do.
Okay,
I mean, I pull out 30 gold. Like,
Oh, what a
or
gentleman.
3 platinum.
3
as it
platinum.
were. Yeah.
He takes it, kind of without a response really. He just takes it. He puts it down. He says, "Come."
Can I
with me."
ask him his name? In
My
case I
name?
get in trouble again? I know who to call.
Yes, you can. His name is.
Who are you going to call?
Guard Captain, this guy.
Yeah.
Ghostbuster.
Guard Captain.
His name is. He is Guard Captain Selu. Selu.
Tiff's gonna become Tiffany and then introduce herself, and then if misreading the room, kind of give him
He
some
has a
kind
very
of like
stiff
token of
demeanor,
appreciation.
so, yeah, he like you introduce him and he just kind of nods, and he just keeps leading you towards the fort.
I'm down with that.
All right. I assume everybody goes.
Yep.
Let's make your way over, and you head inside these this kind of like first walled area, and there are guards everywhere. They're all over this place. They're watching. They're training. They've got crossbows. Some have bows. You make your way into this kind of larger fort area until they lead you into another smaller building with a bunch of holding cells. And this building is huge. It's this massive fortress. It looks like it's just made for war. And they even have like ballistas on top and even a couple of cannons prepared for like dock or sea combat in case a ship were to attack the city. You guys are led over towards this like kind of crumbling stone area that has been like repurposed to have like bars. And inside is that guy. He's wearing like regular looking clothing. This dude kind of has like nearly shaved black hair. He's pretty built guy, and he's sitting in the back. He's still got like a bruise on his side. He's cut and damaged. He looks pretty dirty. He's kind of sitting off in the corner. And the guard captain kind of brings you over to here. He points to two of his guards to stay here, and he says, "He's all yours. Do not kill him." And he walks off.
Is it like open for us to enter, or is it like
no? It is not open for you to enter. He's just kind of in the cage.
Gotcha.
Where's the guard captain gone?
Somewhere else in the fort.
Could Tiff Tiff's gonna kind of look to their group and see if they have it, because I think Tiff wants to try and like rub elbows and get real friendly with this guy to see if she can get like another get out of jail free card, or at least a network here.
He's heading off to somewhere in the fort. Are you gonna follow him?
I'm gonna like, kind of if the group's okay with it.
I'll nod to Tiff. I'm
gonna go. Oh, Captain! I'm gonna kind of try and follow after him.
He stops,
and she's gonna try and we don't have to necessarily role play it out, but she's gonna try and see if she can just become friendly with this person, and then maybe kind of play a little dutsy.
Roll
with
a performance or persuasion check.
Oh, I take persuasion. Big garb on the other.
Big garb.
Oh, that's real terrible, though. That's 10.
Okay. The two of you kind of go off.
Okay.
You what?
Yeah, never mind.
And Tiff is now talking to the guard captain, who's like, "I'm busy, but I will tolerate you." And,
that's nice.
And they're off. Ira, Chena, Ari, you guys are still in front of the kind of prison with the dude.
Hello there. Does he make any... I had a few questions. Apparently, there was a promised answer. I guess you could call me the lawyer of the two women that you attacked, so to say. Really?
How much did you pay them to get in here to talk to me? You're not the law here. I don't answer to you.
You gotta be really careful with what you say. From what I understand, there are legal ways to become the law.
What do you plan on doing?
I just want to know why you attacked my friend.
If I tell you, they'll kill me.
I haven't killed you yet. I know what the armor means.
No, I'm not afraid of you. I'm afraid of them. If I talk, I'm dead. If I don't talk, I'm dead anyways.
And what is there to lose?
I'm not going to bring everybody else down with me.
Well, that's a redeemable quality that I almost wasn't expecting, I gotta be honest. Can you at least tell us why?
We have more loyalty.
Oh, loyalty was never a question with my group. Can you at least tell me why? I don't see an issue with that.
I'm following orders.
I would assume you're captains. Where does she get them?
Look, I don't know what you're planning to get out of me. You should have killed me back there.
Quite some loyalty to this organization you have.
Yeah, that's
I know how things operate here in the port. Have you seen what they do to people like me? There's
Not
a
exactly.
Pit with some creature, a dinosaur or a big enough monster that they found that day.
What if
On
we
one
pay your
end.
bail?
You know, if you cooperate with us, we can try and help you back.
You say they'll kill you. We haven't said we would yet. We've got a
If
ship.
anything,
Why are you willing to waste your time and resources just for an answer?
We're willing to waste the time and resources for an answer because every day we don't get an answer is more resources we've already lost. And you have a life that you can save, your own. So what'll it be?
Get
We
me
can
out
get
and
you.
I'll tell you everything.
Sounds fair. Jacob,
Yep.
I'm going to, as he says that, I'm going to kind of run my finger. This is how I imagine it happening. I'm gonna run my finger over a ring that Ira wears that I forgot that I had. It's a ring of truth telling. I would like to insight that, and I have advantage on the insight to tell if he's lying or not.
I didn't even know you had this. Where'd you get that?
I think I got it at the end of the Waterdeep game.
It was on Mycroft's corpse.
Fair. Ring of truth telling?
Yeah.
What does that do?
I have advantage on insight checks to tell whether or not someone is lying to me. He
Roll
said,
insight.
get out and I'll tell you everything. I rolled a 17.
Yeah, get me out and I'll tell you everything. 17.
Mhm.
He seems to be pretty honest. He doesn't have a lot to, like China's right. He doesn't have much to lose. So he's making any deal that he can to try to better his situation.
Very well. Well,
He's like, he does not want to be in the position he's in right now.
our
And if
resident,
you're all he has, then he'll take it.
our resident guide has wandered off, as it were. What is the process of getting you out of here? Can we just drop charges, so to say, or
Talk to the guard captain. And pay
Ari's gonna,
whatever you need to pay.
my assumption is it would cost this.
I'm gonna.
Ari's gonna pull out a little bit of wire, cast message, and point down the way that Tiff went,
Okay.
and just say, "If you can you bring back the guard captain? We got what we need, and we want to free him."
Okay, Tiff's gonna go. Okay, I see that taking enough of your time. Can you take me back? This is like a maze in here. To my friends, I think we're ready to go.
Yes. And he kind of
And-
turns around.
She's like, this is
That's
kind of
funny.
embarrassing, but what would it cost to set this man free? My friends aren't from here, but I am, and I know it may be brutal for just a soldier trying to cup a feel. He may be lonely. Oh, I don't know if I could go to bed at night,
He says,
and that he would be sent to the pit.
800 gold pieces.
No, come on. For me, what if I give you half that, and then I can take you out to dinner when you're not busy?
Roll a persuasion check. Oh, it's got to be good.
Oh boy. Oh, how good. How about 24 good?
God damn it.
I was ready to give you the card for that one.
Yeah.
He says 500 and tonight.
I think that's wonderful. And she'll
And then
kind
he
of
continues, like he's still like very stern, like he hasn't like showed any kind of
Mhm.
like he's the same tone that he's been talking in. It's just the same. He's just like, okay, that's the new deal now. I'm running.
here's where it's at.
And you guys make your way down, and you see Tiff is joined with the guard captain, and he looks over and he says,
Would he take the shoulder, like the arm, if Tiff gave it?
"Sure."
Okay, I'm hoping
it
that's
wouldn't
a
be very,
signal
like,
that Tiff has
outwardly.
done
He would
something.
just kind of do it kind of slowly. As he makes his way down, he just says 500 gold pieces.
Best I
Right,
could
yeah.
get.
Tim, for you.
Ari will pull out 500 gold from her little bag and hand it to him. Should
He
be
takes it,
500.
goes over, takes the key out, opens the cage, and he says, "You are free to go."
Does he have cuffs on?
Not anymore. They would have taken him off when they put him in the cage.
Fair.
He stands up and kind of walks out, and he kind of looks at all of you.
All of us.
Drinks on me?
Can't be
Just
out in the
actually,
open.
I believe it's on me this time.
I can't be out in the open.
Yeah,
We
we
have to
should
go
go back to
somewhere
the
safe.
ship.
Okay.
Ship
I
will
will
do.
look at Captain Saloon, kind of bid him farewell, and then make sure I ask him what time he gets off tonight.
He says, in 3 hours.
Okay, that should be plenty of time.
Would it,
You guys are walking away, and Tiff asks the guard captain when he gets off later, and he says in 3 hours, and then you guys enter the ship.
I'm gonna.
And the dude that you have that was in the flaming fist guy is like really confused.
I'm gonna. As we're walking out, I'm gonna ask the guy. I assume it would benefit you to not be seen with any of us.
It doesn't matter at this point. They already know.
How? The 2 men are dead.
Spies. Sent to him, maybe?
It's going to be, at this point, they have their information. I need to be somewhere where they won't be able to find me.
Oh, jail.
Well, the ship is the best bet for that, I bet.
Well, I'd much rather be in your jail than their jail.
Excuse me. Then let's head on over.
Would
Yeah.
you mind if I casted a little spell on you to aid our journey back to the ship? Won't hurt.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just gonna make you invisible.
I look at Ari when she says that.
I'm
Maybe not.
okay.
Okay.
I think we'll be fine. I don't want to cast anything on me.
That's fair enough.
Let's go.
I know that he says that they already know, but maybe it wouldn't be the worst if Ari and I just went in these faces initially, and then you joined up. You guys, you do stick out a little bit.
I think we're better together if they do attack.
Yeah, I think we're just better together.
I agree.
Doppelgangers.
Now,
Oh, I don't like that term. Really.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
I'm not a doppelganger.
You don't want them casting spells on you now.
You can change your forms.
Not many people
That's why
can
they
be in
can't find
magic.
you.
Okay, well, doppelganger is not the right term.
Yeah, I'm not a doppelganger. Well,
We should have this conversation elsewhere.
yeah.
Let's
I
go.
prefer magical person.
You guys, magical person.
Magical person.
I don't like that one either. I think we'll make
I
our way
prefer the
back
more
to the boat.
shapeshifter.
A person of magical abilities. Oh my god, I love it.
I like to call it dynamic face.
We're not changelings. We're dynamic facers.
Fuck, now we have to kill this guy, Ira.
That wasn't even what I meant. I literally just meant because we're less recognizable.
Literally,
Gina
the brass
sticks out.
phoenix is right here, so you guys just
Yeah.
walk your way over.
It's just
get
down
onto
the
the
road.
ship and head on board. It's getting a bit later in the day. It's not night yet, but it's like it's nearing sunset at this point. You guys get on the ship and kind of make your way down to the brig. Ayla is there. She's playing with a monkey, and then Darren kind of looks over towards all of you. It's like,
Hey
and, as you get on board the ship, and he says, "Who's this?"
Prisoner.
That's a good question. Who is
Oh
this?
yeah, didn't ask your name.
He says, "No, you didn't. My name is Glef.
Lef?
Glef. Glef.
All right. Well,
And what's your position?
I'm
Your
a
rank.
fuck."
I'm a fuck. I mean,
I'm a fuck.
Well, we already knew that, Glef, coming. Stop holding out.
I would assume he's not
Trying to
the same
kidnap
rank
a woman
as.
while she's bathing.
Disrespectful.
I will say.
At the time, it seemed easier than kidnapping you in anywhere else.
If it was Ari, they might have had a chance
Hey,
because
I'm
Ari
gonna
needs
pat on the
her.
back and go.
Well, Ari needs her casting focus.
I'm a gauntlet. I'm Gauntlet Glef.
What does that mean, Jacob? I know that I know their lineup. I just don't remember where that is in the lineup.
Corporal. So you've got,
Okay.
you've got private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, major, and then general. So in the 6 ranks, he's 2.
you're not a private anymore. You're a...
And in Flaming Fist terms, those are Fist, Gauntlet, Manet, Flame, Blaze, and Marshal.
Okay.
Pissed.
So
And
he's a gauntlet.
and the boss of the fort is a Blaze, yeah.
Liara Porter.
Mhm.
Liara Porter is a Marshal.
She's top.
She's number 6.
Oh, then That's really
The
interesting.
only person who is above Liara Porter is older Ravengard.
I thought older Ravengard was the only marshal, and she was a Blaze. That's how I have it written in my notes.
Well, let me double check. You might be right.
Yeah, I have it written in my notes that she's a Blaze. I
You're
think that
probably
was from...
correct.
Not that we have to do a whole lot, but I did promise the guard captain a night out. So if we need me for anything, there'd be 3 hours that you have that.
I also have her written down as a Blaze.
You can go get ready for that. If you
I'm gonna go like this. I just wanted to make sure that if you needed my assistance for anything, we could do that now before I left.
No, it should be fine, I think. Unless you had anything specific you wanted to ask.
No. He doesn't seem to know or care more like who I am. Is there anything you'd like me to try and get from this guard captain?
Wow. Yeah, okay. I was right in the past. I just Googled it. She is a Blaze.
Okay. Anything else from the guard captain?
We can also cross a bridge later on. I'm going to try and befriend him if I can.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Maybe try to find out if the guard has a teleportation circle.
Oh, okay. I can try to do that.
That
Or
sounds
if he
very
knows.
difficult, but
Well, she seems pretty good at what she does.
that's fair.
You did say you want to go in what you're wearing, but I'll let you know that I have dresses in various sizes if you want to take a look.
Say dress tips like.
Oh,
Do you think I'd get more out of him in a dress?
I mean,
that's actually probably...
he's a man.
I didn't even think of that. That's true, isn't it? Ari probably does have dresses for people Tiff's size because she changes faces.
I would say Ari's like 5'2".
Right, but she
Tiff's
probably
like
does. But
6'8".
Yeah, but
You guys are
5'11".
You guys are better at this. Why don't you? We can do. You can dress me for the night.
having a daughter.
All right, so are China and I handling the questioning then?
I like to be present if that's okay. Oh, I don't think I'll say
Sure.
anything.
I don't mind.
You have a couple hours before.
That's true. You have plenty
You
of
have a
time. I
little
don't
time
know.
before the.
I guess
I
it's,
do want to make sure that he gets fed, though. Clef, I know your time has been hard with us, but really, it's all easy sailing from here.
Yeah, we can be friends now.
I don't know about if that's going to happen.
Look, we
If
don't
he's
hold-
not on his side.
we don't.
I just don't think we should put him in the jails in the boat jail yet. I think he should be allowed to go around, and if he tries to run boat jail, but if not, then
Well, it
Oh.
sounds.
but you're probably hungry.
I'll be honest. It sounds like if he tries to run, he's dead at this point. I don't really think he has much of a choice but to stick with us.
Well, then I think you have a choice on the meal you want. What do you need?
I don't know what I need.
Oh, do you need a hug? You all right?
I want to go back to Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
Yeah, don't we all?
I can maybe try to arrange that,
That actually might be.
depending on what you give us.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there
Hey,
ships
yeah.
that leave for Baldur's Gate here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine there'll be some.
Wouldn't be too hard to stow you away on one if you tell us what we need.
Port Inzaru has a plethora of ships that make their way all over the Forgotten Realms and the Sword Coast.
You're capable too, kind of messing with some of his arms. Like you could probably just be hired to help. You may not even have to smuggle you on. Just offer your services.
Okay.
That's what I was
Alright.
already thinking. I can try and talk to one of the other captains and see if we can get you a temporary position
Well-
on a ship.
Regardless, this is
But
this is all
This is all contingent on what you tell
exactly.
us.
So
Let's go.
Are you aware of this
let's-
interim?
yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take this into my cabin.
they're a bit of a
Fine.
thorn.
He follows you over into your cabin. Feels safer being behind a closed door. And he says,
And as he's starting to talk, I'm like, I've pulled out like a few glasses for one for each person, and like I'm pouring like a small shot of brandy for each person.
he just fucking drinks.
I was gonna
Immediately, he's like, oh.
I was gonna offer him Ira's flask, but decided against it.
And he kind of sits down and he says, the Flaming Fist, they don't have assassins. They're mercenaries. Always and have been mercenaries for forever. We're just the best mercenaries. Nobody can compare to how great we are.
Okay. No.
Bigly mercenaries.
Well,
Best you've ever
And-
seen.
We're the best mercenaries.
There it
you've
is.
ever seen. Really, really great. Really, just really. I love everybody who. He says, "You don't know how good we are. Baldur's Gate.
it's
The city
completely
fell
run
into
by you
ruin.
guys.
That city was a hive of scum and villainy.
And now you guys run it. I know.
Older Ravengard took up the position and hired us. And now the Flaming Fist keeps the streets safe.
Now, what are you doing with the Zentrum?
Well, we aren't assassins. Zentrum are easy coin to be paid to go kill people that we need killed.
Yeah, we know.
It's a bit harder to break into some place when you've got a bunch of dudes in splint armor. But one guy who's really quiet, get it done with just a bit of poison. If they're going to kill me, they're not going to send one of my own. They'll send a Zentrum.
Oh, I'm sure. So, do you know all of us then?
No.
No? Why China?
I was working at a Fort Balurian about a month ago. I've been following orders from the Ara Porter. I've been in Chult for about 2 months now. She's looking for something. I don't know what it is. But she wanted to set up some fort to look for some artifact. We have been keeping track of ships that have been coming in and out of the port. She's also working with these pirates. They seem to have a lot of information about the island. And she's hoping to get in their good graces as to learn more about what's going on here in Chult. I don't know much about what's going on there. But,
Do you know where the pirates are stationed?
pirates?
Yeah.
No. Nobody knows that. Their secret is, of where they are is part to the reason why they're so terrifying. Nobody can find them. They come out in the middle of the sea, sink your ship, and then leave. Might even steal some of your men. But we knew the Brass Phoenix. And as the Brass Phoenix was spotted near Fort Balurian, one of our best mercenaries was killed, or he was disappeared. And we found his corpse.
Wasn't he killed by ice giants, though?
Supposedly.
You guys didn't believe that.
No,
Why not?
I don't know. I wasn't the one that found the body. I was here in the port. There was a message relayed to all of the active mercenaries and here in Port Nyanzaru to find you, Captain of the Brass Phoenix. We're going to take you to Fort Balurian and to be questioned by Liara Porter. But that didn't go to plan.
Clearly.
So the
So-
Zentrum probably saw what happened, which is why...
Why? I want to ask my questions. What are you doing? Why are you fighting us?
I think that the Flaming Fist and this group have the same goal in mind, but for different reasons. I think we're both looking for the same thing.
What?
The artifact?
I don't even know what this artifact is. I'm just here to get paid.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what it is. It's who has it and who wants it.
Who it belonged to originally.
Yes.
Really what's most important. What they'll
Okay.
do to get that back into their possession.
Well, I don't know anything about it.
Does the name... fuck. Why can I never remember his fucking name?
Artist
Does the
symbol?
name Artist Simber mean anything to you? No? Alright. Just make.
What about what did that guy say? Chahaka Anchorage?
I feel like I've heard that before.
I have a very similar feeling myself, but I can't seem to place it. What about Anchor Reach? Has your patrols or...
Only a few have gone out into the jungle.
Okay.
Every time a group of mercenaries head out into the jungle, maybe about 10 of them, only 5 or 6 of them come back. Can't even bring their corpses.
Oh, no. They're probably still out there. I'm probably finding the next 10 that you send in.
Fuck. I hate this place.
Too fond of it either. Do you know who was feeding information about the Harpers to the Zens? To you?
Harpers? Like, I knew there was something going on with this other Harpers thing. I didn't ever
You don't
do
need to
anything
get.
about
You
it.
don't need to get involved in it. Who's giving the information though?
You're Harpers.
No, I
That's
think
what's going on here?
I think you're being misunderstood. We are here to liberate Chult from the filth that's come and taken over.
Sounds like the Harpers.
Do you want out of Chult or no?
I'm just trying to gather where your allegiance is. When it's with the Harpers, then I can understand a little more.
I'd like to say some of us are and some of us aren't.
Yeah, I know the Zentrum aren't too fond of them.
Nope.
It was easier to work with them once we were to get some of them off their back.
Who did that? Who gave information?
That's probably my general.
What's their name?
If I'm saying the right fucking thing here. Yeah, he's the Flame here in Port Nyanzaru. It's lieutenant.
What's his name?
It's Flame Vedral. Vedral Deads.
Who's that other man that left before you guys attacked us in your spa?
Oh, he's just a fist.
What does he do?
He most days he's probably cleaning out our rooms.
He's Flaming Fist. He's not Zentarum.
No, he's Flaming Fist. There were probably a few Zentarum in that bathhouse with us. I don't know who they are.
Wouldn't surprise
And
me.
they don't want us to know. Kind of like you guys. Wow, Harpers? And you can change your face?
Yeah.
Zentrum would kill to have you on their side.
Not that sure they've tried.
Tried to kill us quite a few times. No, we're
So what's our guarantee that once you get
One of
back
a
to
kind.
Baldur's Gate, you're just not going to tell them what's up?
Once I get to Baldur's Gate, I'm taking a new name and trying to rejoin them as best I can.
Because as soon as they find out that you're still alive, you're just dead.
Well, I'll be far
that
away
you-
enough from Liara Porter, but whenever Liara decides to come back, finds out that I was a traitor.
Even though the journey back to Baldur's Gate's long, any information he has will be 2 weeks outdated.
That's fair. All right.
what's gonna stop the frost giants from just killing everyone in Waterdeep and then making their way up the coast? We need to get this
That
done.
is true too.
What?
Waterdeep's under siege by frost giants. Storm giants. I
An
mean.
item was taken.
The artifact.
Artifact
Likely the
construction.
artifact.
If your boss gets it and takes it back to Baldur's Gate, they're coming after you now.
I know your army did well against thieves, but these are 15-foot and hardly thieves.
and in the sky.
And an entire army of them that would completely blockade you in. The only reason why we got out is because I was able to convince them.
So if you have anything important, you should tell us now.
About the artifact Liara's looking for?
Anything that you know that she's doing.
A lead,
where
maybe?
She's looked, where she hasn't looked.
I know it's really deep into the jungle. And it's hidden. It's
How deep? And I'm pull up the map we have and start pointing out the general directions of these locations we've been giving. Like
look at the map.
Like Kirsabai, Heart of Uptau, Camp Righteous, and Orlunga. I'm trying to point them out to him and see if he's seen a map that might eliminate some of these options.
And then he says, fuck. Well, we didn't make our way towards Camp Righteous.
That'd be a hell of a trek.
Camp Righteous is ruins. Camp Vengeance. Try to stay away from those guys.
What about Kirsabal?
They'll force you to start doing what they want you to do. Or another faction that lives out of them. I don't know much about them. I've just heard that some patrols have gotten involved with them, and they were intimidated into doing work for them.
At Camp Righteous?
Yeah, Camp Vengeance.
Oh, Camp Vengeance.
He looks at the map and he says, the furthest we got was Port Castigliar.
That's pretty far.
I didn't ever find anything. Not looking for a guy, though. That's what you guys are looking for.
What are you looking for?
I don't remember. I wasn't really ever told what it was, but it's really important, to the point that Older sent Liara down here to create a fort outside of Port Nyanzaru for us.
Has Older died?
Older? Died?
Yeah, has he?
I mean, clearly he's come back. The man with that kind of connections has come back, but has he died recently?
Or in the past?
As he died and been brought back.
He kind of sits back a bit, and he kind of like it's like a revelation comes over him, and he says, "They've never told me, but I mean now it all makes sense. If Older's dead, and they're trying to bring him back to life or something, that's why Liara's taken over everything." Why? What do you know?
Not a whole lot.
There's
Other
a curse
than
linked to the island, I think.
Death's become a little more permanent.
It's not quite the same thing as what we're looking for, but, you know, if that stops too, you can thank the Harpers for it, because the Zints aren't doing shit about it.
I didn't even know.
Now you do.
People who have died and come back are slowly dying again.
And people that
And people who
are currently dead can't be brought back.
Indeed.
So it might not even be that Older is dead, it might just be that he's dying.
No, he's
undead.
I figure he's died before.
I mean, you get that high up the ranks in a mercenary group, something's probably gone wrong once, right?
Mm-hmm.
All it takes.
Lots gone wrong in Baldur's Gate.
And that's actually probably what they're looking for. So now we have you have two things to worry about.
I'm not involved.
I mean, by all means, if the Flaming Fist take care of one problem for us, I don't give a shit.
Not anymore. I came here to do work. I didn't think I'd be involved in some secret plans and other factions, and I'm not getting paid enough for this.
That's why we'll get you on a ship.
Welcome to getting involved in any sort of faction.
Yeah, I suggest you maybe skip town after you get back to Baldur's Gate. Head somewhere else.
All right.
Definitely not down the coast.
You
I'm gonna have
know,
to make my way north. Probably head my way to 10 towns.
yeah. There's also a little town.
You also head east. No. You also head west across the ocean Head to places like Saltmarsh.
If you end up
As far away from people that you would know as you can. That would know who you are.
I'll
Here,
look into
Icewind
it.
Dale's nice this time of year.
I was figuring about heading there. It's easy to hide.
Vandalin's a nice small spot.
That dump.
No one ever finds
I'd
you
rather
there.
go to Daggerford.
No one ever find you there.
Or I will.
In Goblin, Ari will nudge Ira and say, "Isn't Barovia like a day's walk from Vandalin? You could go there."
I just kind of look at you because I've never learned Goblin.
Oh shit!
I know what you're doing, but I don't know what you're saying. Is that something
And
that
she
Ari
kinda
would have
just
done?
waits.
Would Ari have ever taught it to Ira?
No, she's probably just remembering conversations she's had with Seymour, and then remembers, "Oh yeah, we
like
talked
that
in
you-
Goblin,
Not
so
that
you
one.
wouldn't know what we were saying."
I like that you guys are like, hey, there's a bunch of towns you can go to, and Ari's like, how about Transylvania?
Yeah.
It's okay. The big scary vampire is dead. My changeling brother is running it now.
Hey, I mean,
She'll just say in comment, "Hey, isn't Barovia like a day's walk from Vandalin? He could go there. It's
is
like
that
nice
where
now."
is that where it ended up?
I'm pretty sure.
Jacob, is that where it ended up on the map when it got put back in the material plane? We
We
visited before. Okay.
Yep. You could go
Yeah,
there.
it's kind of new too.
How long has it been since you guys have been to since the end
When
of
did-
Curse of Strahd?
When did?
2 years ago?
How long has Ira and Ari been married?
2 years?
2 years. So about 2 years.
All right, then I should explain to you that you guys are aware that every year on the anniversary that you guys defeated Strahd, the entire place disappears off the map, goes back into its demiplane. Strahd comes back, and Seymour and Esmeralda and everybody else they have has to put him back down, and the place comes back. He never dies. He just keeps
Yeah,
returning.
we knew that.
That's a problem.
They
Happens
just set
every
up like
year.
a trap just to automatically
Mhm.
do it
Yeah,
after a while.
Yeah.
we could send word. What do we know if that's already happened this year, or if that's going to be happening?
Well, Seymour didn't know it was going to happen. He had to deal with that for about a week, and then he figured it out. And then he was like, "Hey guys, let me relay to you what's going on here. Now you guys know about it, and he's a bit more prepared for it now."
Yeah, but has that
Like,
happened already this
in
year,
terms of
or
current
will it?
timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happened twice.
No,
How
specifically.
how long until the next time it happens?
Like 8 to 10 months.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like if we send this guy into Barovia, is he gonna be there for 2 days and then Strahd's gonna come
Yeah.
back?
It becomes a whole event where the people of Barovia, like, one day they have to like stay in their homes and be quiet, and then the next day they have a whole celebration after they've already put him down.
Yay! Yeah.
He could go to Barovia. A lot of people don't go there.
Yeah. It's new.
Well, whatever. Where you go is up to you, I suppose. But
Okay.
just a couple of suggestions. Anyways,
Well, is there anything else you want to know?
I like to them. The only person that you guys are after is Captain over here.
Oh no, it'd be all of you.
Right. It would
I'm
be,
the only one that they
but-
know of.
But well, I assume it's
Well, no, they probably know about Tiff now.
No,
Whatever
yes.
faces you guys took beforehand.
Oh, I can't use Shia anymore. Shoot.
I think it.
Dang it.
Oh well, I'll just use someone else's face.
All right. Well, I looked at Gina. How much do you think it would take to get him on a ship?
Depends on what ship. But if he's willing to put in the work for a captain, I could maybe convince one.
Whichever one leaves the earliest.
What port do you want to sail into?
Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate.
Wanna
I
go
know
Baldur's
the
Gate?
city. I can make my way from there.
All right, I will.
I have friends
stick to it.
with Baldur's Gate that can help me.
If Tiff, how long do you have until your your date?
How long do I have?
Like in 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
Why don't you guys go do your thing? I'll work with Gina.
Okay, Ari's just gonna start pulling like a bunch of like outfits out of her bag of holding and like a little tote of like cosmetics and just start.
Are you
Amazing.
guys taking over the captain's room for this?
You make Tiff look beautiful.
I would suggest
She's
that
already
you
beautiful.
at least. I would suggest you at least keep
Thank
a
you.
eye on him.
Oh, I will.
Just to make sure nothing fishy goes on. But otherwise, I will be finding you spots on the ship.
Do you want me to go with you?
Yes, please. I'd rather have at least one other person with me, just in case we get jumped again.
All right.
I'm gonna call Ayla down as well if I can.
Yeah, Ayla comes over. She's got the monkey.
Alright.
She's like,
Um,
huh?
I just thought maybe you might want to help me with this.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing Tiff's makeup.
Yes.
And I'd like to take the monkey and I'm just gonna put it in the gentleman's lap and be like, here, this is your new friend. Please watch him.
It's just like the monkey's like grabbing at his face. He's like, oh, oh, oh. He's like, I don't like this.
Oh well.
All right. You and Tiff and Ayla have makeover time. What's Ira Chino? What are you guys doing?
You're just too used to saying Ira Ari. We're gonna go find a ship captain.
I think I'm going to go to the harbor master and ask if there's a ship preparing to return to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you're going.
I'm just going as backup in case we get attacked in the streets.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You guys head over towards the
this is China's territory. This isn't Iris.
Yeah, you guys make your way over. There are some harbor masters there and a couple of ships going to different places. You find one captain whose crew is sailing into the Sword Coast. They're making their way up towards Baldur's Gate because they've been told that they can't sail into Waterdeep.
Yep.
So they're trying to go in any direction that they can. And he just says, oh, yeah, it's 5 silver for the entire journey.
All right. I just hand over the silver. Just
Okay.
Easy enough.
He says, we leave tomorrow.
All right. He'll be on your. Do you want him on your ship now, or do you have a proper time for him?
Before we leave.
Just before he leaves. All right. Thank you very much. Safe travels.
Aye.
And then easy enough. We'll head back over to the ship afterwards.
You head back. You go. You're back on your ship. Ari and Ayla have made Tiff look like she's gonna go to like a movie premiere.
I guess, Spencer, what do I look like now?
She probably uses like purple like eyeshadow to like really like make your eyes pop. She knows you like the purple. She'll probably. Do you wear your hair up?
Usually, yeah. It's on like a bunned mohawk kind of thing.
Ooh. I'm not very good with hair. Ayla, do you think you could? Could, you have nice hair.
Well, I do it in a different way.
Well, what do you mean?
She leans Tiff's head back. She drenches it in water, and she casts shape water because she's still water genasi. She can. That's the only spell she knows. And she kind of like she uses that and kind of like shapes it into a way to make it look pretty nice. It's like wavy.
Wavy.
She's like there. That's
and then
easy.
She'll be like, I have I have a red dress. I have a silver dress, and I have like what? No. Okay, well, I don't have a lot.
You have red, you have silver. Do you have a different one?
I think there's a black. Let me.
That would be okay.
Digs to the very bottom. This one, it's nice. Bought it in Waterdeep. And there's some bracelets and some necklaces. There's earrings. Do you have holes in your ears?
I do.
Okay. Here, put all this on.
Okay. Tiff will do so.
All right. And you do so, Tiff, and eventually the sun kind of begins to set. And
She's gonna give Ari her shoes and go watch these.
Oh yeah, very expensive shoes. I will not put jelly in them. You have my word.
That's fair. Thank you for all this, you two. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Anytime. I love doing makeup.
I guess I'll look over at Sheena and Ira and kind of. Yeah.
Thumbs up.
All right. All right. I'll take it.
All right, Tina, you're next. Come sit.
I'd love to watch, but I think I have to go. Good luck.
have you even tried putting anything on her face? It doesn't work. It burns off.
Ira slowly backs out of
Oh,
the
no.
captain's room.
You're after Tina. Don't come here.
Like she goes, look, and she takes eyeshadow and she like rubs it on the side of China's face, and it's like purple, and then it becomes black, and it's just it just kind of like turns into ash.
The brush is kind of like singed.
It's like singed on the edge. It's like, damn it.
Yeah, makeup doesn't quite work for me, so we'll leave it. A lot of my stuff is designed for my own body
temperature
type, I suppose. Yeah.
It's okay. I have to buy waterproof ones for mine anyways. Otherwise, it just slips right off.
Oh, the fun of being a Johnson.
Ira does sneak out while this conversation
Hey,
is
I'm
hey.
wet all the time.
and he's
Ooh.
planning
Like
on...
shakes her head, and like it's like a wet dog. It's just like water goes everywhere.
Need a bucket and a mop for that.
Ira does sneak off while this conversation is happening, and then as he's walking out of the ship or off the ship, he's going to cast message back to Ari.
Mm-hmm.
And let her know that he's going to the Harpers to update them, and that she's free to join if she wants. He just didn't want to get caught up in the makeup thing.
All right. You go off towards the Harpers. Tiff, you go
And
off and
I'll go. I'll go.
guard captain.
I'll go as Ira.
Okay.
Because
And
that's what they know.
It goes over pretty well, Tiff. It's
Oh,
pretty
good.
nice. A couple of other guard guys are there too, but they're not really involved.
Well,
And to
dude
your
bros.
surprise, the guard captain is a big fan of Tej, which
good
is
lord.
it's a amber kind of alcoholic drink made from honey.
Okay.
And it's enjoyed by many Chultans, and it's very good.
Okay.
And it's a pretty good time. He's very stiff, and like he doesn't open up a whole lot, but you notice it's just the way he speaks. He's actually a very caring person. He just doesn't know how to express it. So you'll be like, oh, do you have like a family? And he says, yes, I love them very much. It's like, oh,
He's
okay, you're that kind of
Drax.
person.
He's like,
Yeah,
Drax.
exactly.
Does he have like a family as in like relative
wife?
or like or immediate family?
Oh no! It's like it's like
Like his parents.
what if the kids are back home?
I was like, oh,
No. He he has like some like brothers that are in the
he's had to bury one that died at the dinosaur races.
Oh no.
And it's good. You have earned yourself a possible get out of jail.
Do
Do
you think I can maneuver the conversation after a couple drinks to seeing kind of because she has like natural magic, she's gonna like has like mage hand stuff, so she can like be interested in magic. Do you think she can spin the conversation to get him to confirm or deny if they have a teleportation circle in the guards area?
Yeah, it's not hard for you to kind of get that in there into the conversation. You don't need to roll for it. He says. You start talking about magic, and he kind of brings up that they don't utilize it a whole lot, and you're just like, oh well, I've heard about there's teleportation circles around the city, and he says that I know they are there, but we do not have one in the fort. I do believe that one of our ships has one.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's way beyond myself. I just do mainly parlor tricks, but that's interesting. That must have taken a long time to put on a vessel.
Well, it's only used by very certain people. I haven't even seen it myself.
Well, what boat is this? Like a flagship?
Yes, it's in the port.
Oh,
Normally, if we need to fight some pirates?
What's it called?
Good question.
That's crazy. That's really risky with the dragon turtle.
It's
I'd
the
hate
silver
for the...
serpent.
Oh. And that's a prince's vessel. Correct.
Well, yes, it is.
I mean, of course, it's your guys's, but like that's the faction that would
Correct.
belong to. I bet they fight over that a lot. Who gets to ride in it? I guess Wakan would be the only one.
I get seasick myself, but yeah.
Same. I hate the water.
All right. Cut over to Ira. You are making your way over to the Harper Den, and you make your way over to where you had last spoken to those dudes at that tavern. You make your way inside. It's closed at the moment, and it looks empty. As you make your way in, like it's dark.
As I do have dark vision, so do I see anyone?
No.
All right. I'm gonna walk up and kind of sit at the table, and as I do, I'm gonna kind of no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait at the door.
Okay.
And I got a name, right, of the... Let me see. Where would I have written that in my notes? Yeah, Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna pull out a basic paper bird,
Okay.
and see if it goes into the bar or not. I'm gonna write it to Simon.
You watch as the paper bird floats in the air, goes to the floor, and goes into the cracks in the floor.
Okay. I'll kind of go in.
Using a paper bird to locate people. That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. You disappear.
And I would like to take that passageway down and see what's going on down there.
Yeah, they've taken you through this passageway before. There is a button underneath the bar, and you kind of go over and push it.
I should clarify. It's weird to me that this place is closed right now, yes?
Yeah, it's around the same time they closed last time, though.
Okay.
About the time it gets dark, they close up.
All right.
You go over and you kind of push the button.
make sure.
It opens up a trapdoor. It kind of like springs it open. You go over and head down.
I'll make sure that,
and
you
it's
know,
that-
doors closed, locked behind
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And it's that same underground kind of Harper area. It's like a little lair basically. There's like a magic scribing table. There's some couple of instruments and weapons on the walls. And it's got like a couple of beds. And as you make your way down, you see Simon is down here. He's by himself.
Perfect.
And he's currently sitting at like a desk and he's writing, and he quickly looks up at you and kind of steps back and then sees that it's you.
I'll go visible, yeah. Once I realize what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be too careful. You said they know your codes.
Yeah. They haven't found this one yet.
It's good. We have a little bit of information, finally. Ran into some of the Flaming Fist. A man... I wrote it down. Vegral Dins. A flame of the Flaming Fist. He's probably the one giving the information.
All right. Well, now we have our man. What are we doing? Your friend had brought up replacing him.
Yes. I wouldn't mind replacing him.
I feel like I shouldn't know that. I think that was a conversation that you guys had
was.
away from this guy. He says, there's that guy. We don't have the resources to replace him. So are we going to kill him?
I would prefer to turn him to our side, or give him bad information.
He's with the Flaming Fist in the Zentrum. You're going to need a lot of money to change his mind.
Well, we've turned one. How do you think we got the info?
All right.
How are things with you?
I've been hiding here.
Other guys alright? You're the only one here right now.
We try to split up. It's not good if we're all in the same place.
That's fair.
We have a couple of other dens in the city.
Good. Is your mage still alive?
Yep. as far as I know.
What jail is he in?
They didn't take him to the fort.
Shit.
I think he's in the merchant district, and they're holding him in one of their homes.
All right. Well, I know where they're living at least. We found that out. I'll even.
By all means, in any other city, that would be a kidnapping.
Yes. Well, in a city where
He's a
you
hostage.
in a city where you can pay gold to be the law, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. I'll kind of take out a piece of parchment and lay it out, and from the entrance that I went through, I'll kind of draw out where the guard or where the Flaming Fist agent that I followed, where his house is.
That's probably where they've got him.
Yes. Is there?
If you can go in, you can replace that guy and get our man free. We'll have a foot up on everything here.
Yes. Has he responded to your paper bird yet?
No.
No. Shit. Hopefully the Flaming Fist didn't find it.
Hope not.
Well, if he does, if you could get him to tell you where he's being held, so that you know, if it'd be a lot easier if he was in the guard fort. Our friend, a mutual friend, has a budding relationship with the captain. It might help us if something goes wrong in the prince's villa, though.
All right.
Is there any new code that you guys use right now? Something different?
Not right now.
All right. Well, Jacob, I don't have one in my mind, but I want to give him a code word to know if it's me in the future, so I don't need to. That isn't the normal Harper code.
Okay. Sure.
So I'll give him that word. Cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Sure, cheesecake.
All right, cheesecake.
If I ask for cheesecake at the bar, then you know it's really me.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Hopefully we'll be back in a day or two with your man and the problem solved. And I'll just kind of nod and go back to the ship.
All right, and eventually everybody makes their way back to the ship, unless you guys, I mean, Tiff lives in the city, so you probably just head back to wherever you live. And the night goes on. Does anybody want to do anything else? All right. Yeah, the night continues on, and you guys all long rest. At that moment, we'll go ahead and take a break. We're going to take 10 minutes, and we'll be right back for you guys, though, because these are edited, and it'll only be a second. And we're back. So you guys have just finished long resting in Port Nyanzaru, and you wake up. It's raining today. There's some clouds overhead. There's a bit of sun coming in too, so it's like that weird kind of rain where it's like it's still really hot and the sun is coming in, but there's rain coming down, pitter-pattering across the city. Ari, did you sleep on the ship? All right.
I would have gone back to the ship as well.
Okay. Three of you who are on the Brass Phoenix wake up, and standing on the deck of your ship is somebody you recognize.
Just so you know, at all times, I should reference this before I go above deck, and I'm going to suggest this to Ari too, who is still muted, just so she's aware. Okay, just making sure. At all times, basically every day now, Ira's going to use a different face. Especially if they know Ira and they know Hayden, then today he's gonna be what's his fucking name? Sylvester Stallone.
Are these just like you guys went to the theater and these are the actors in the play and you just remember them? So you guys went and saw fucking Rocky and in Waterdeep.
Sure.
Cool, great.
Whether or not Ari does that, shrug, but Ira's gonna do it because.
All right.
Ari's actually gonna do a few things before she gets up.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm going to change my face. I'm
Okay.
going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and I'm going to cast Death Ward on Ira.
Okay.
Are you
got
doing this
Major
in a
Armor,
way that
Death Ward on
Ira is
Ira.
aware that you're doing it?
No, I am still spelling it.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. That's great.
Is it because you know it would ensue an argument where he's like,
Yep.
why don't you cast it on yourself?
You know what it would also do? It would also Ira would then be more reckless because he would know that he could die.
That's true.
Now he'll be careful, and in case he dies, he won't. All right, so you get up, Ari, and you come out. Sheena, you're aware of this as well. You see that there's someone on the deck of the ship, just kind of standing up on the edge, and it's Syndra Sylvain.
Oh, okay. I was very afraid of who this might be.
She kind of turns towards you, Sheena, and she says, "Good morning."
Morning.
And Syndra is once again this kind of older woman. She's like in her 50s and whatnot. And she looks a bit worse for wear. Like she looks like she's visibly aged, like years since last you saw her.
Oh no.
Her hair is much more gray. She has more wrinkles along her skin, and she kind of looks over and she says, "So, how are you enjoying Port Nyanzaru?"
I don't know, enjoying or dealing with is the better answer.
Yes, it's a strange place.
And I never thought I'd say I miss the politics of Waterdeep, but it's starting to feel that way.
Is that you, Ari?
Yes.
And
How much closer are you to finding the source of the curse?
Not a
I
ton
think
of
we-
leads.
I think we have an idea, though.
We have one lead. I'm pretty sure the Flaming Fist are after it.
Yes.
All right.
I assume you're under the effects too.
If I've set you on the right path to save others, I hope you do it. I think I'm running out of time.
Now's not the time. Well, maybe now is the time to ask this. It might be the only time I have to ask this. What exactly happens? Like, how do I put it?
Can
you
Tiff,
be brought-
if
can you
you
be
were
brought
heading
back?
over to the ship, you would be here at this point.
Okay.
Can you still be brought back if you die of the curse?
I don't know.
I don't think any of us know. I don't think anyone knows. It's just a thing that we have to
Maybe
find out afterwards.
I'll be lost forever, and it'll be time for me to move on.
If I'll find her like a place to sit.
Okay. I do not know.
Sounds like you're okay with that.
It's a natural order. People die.
Yes, but I never
Some people
liked
are given
natural
chances.
things.
I didn't think it would come so quickly.
Neither did I.
That's scary,
I've only been here a few days. Maybe a week.
just so you know.
I think I've got about a month or two left.
So many things to do. I don't even know if we can get deep enough into the forest in a month.
That's why I am content if I do not live my way through this. But you must know. She kind of goes over to you, Ira. She kind of like grabs your arm, and her hands are like very withered. She kind of puts her other hand around her arm. She says, "You can't wait forever. There are other people out there. We can't lose them."
Yes, I know.
Kind of steps back.
I need to find the soulmonger.
What's
I know that the people in Waterdeep need us to find our December, but I don't know.
We don't know how long the giants will wait. The giants are here.
If the giants don't get what they want and they destroy your city, they won't come back.
You don't think they'll go to another one? Baldur's Gate?
What I mean is that all those
The people
souls
won't
are
come back.
lost.
The million people that live in Waterdeep won't come back.
Especially if we were to find out that you can't be brought back via the curse.
Now you need to decide.
But
You can juggle all of these things at once, but in any order that you do them. They have to be done. You can't wait.
do you know magic?
Yes.
Can you scry?
Let me check my stat block.
Okay.
Who are you wanting her to look for?
Valendra Shadow Mantle, I believe her name was.
Who?
Valendra Shadow
I
Mantle.
feel like I should know who that is.
I can't
the-
scry.
It's the woman who's in Chult. She's researching the death curse. I think she's a lich, actually. Or is
Right, that is in my
becoming
notes.
a lich? Something like that. She's a red wizard,
Yes,
something?
Valendra's Shadow Mantle.
Do you know her?
I don't know the name, but I can scry on her if you'd like.
Do you need something that's owned by her?
We need to
I
get
think we have some of her notes. Would that suffice?
We need to get a
Should be
sending
enough.
scroll.
She knows.
Let's see
She
here.
knows.
Secondhand hurt of the target. That's right. The target has. She will try to resist. It's more difficult for her to resist if I know her better.
Well, having something that she's owned help.
Yes.
Ira, you have her notes.
I do. I'll go.
Do you know what she looks like? Can you look like her?
Do you have any piece of her body?
Yes.
Of her body, no.
No, that won't work. I can show you what she looks like, though. I've seen her before. An illusion of her, at least.
Cool. You guys watch as Ari turns into
Valendra.
this woman. I sent it to the messenger chat, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And like your hair gets much longer, it becomes like it's like blonde, kind of goes down. It's a bit unkempt. They look like she hasn't slept in months. Like they're very, very sunken in, very sharp expression and pointed ears, half elf. And you turn into her and she says, "All right, that makes it a lot easier."
Unfortunately, a while ago, I learned that I can't just pluck a few of my hairs out of my head and give them to you for this spell.
That won't work?
No, it doesn't. I tried already.
She she says, "Okay, I can try." All right. It's gonna be a roll I'm gonna have to make. Let's find Valendra here.
Does Ari know Elvish or Infernal?
I think she knows both.
Okay, cool. We probably talk in Infernal when it's secret conversations that we need to know then.
Ever taught you Goblin?
No. You didn't want to.
That's fair.
So technically, she has only heard of the target, so the DC goes up by 5. Because she would get +0 if she had met the target, but you're not actually her. And then, but you have a likeness and a possession. I'll say that because you know what, that it's just how well you know the person. So she has met you. She knows what you look like. So 0, then -4 for a possession, and -2 for the likeness. So -6 from the save. Okay, so she needs to make a wisdom save, and she needs to beat a 17.
She has a -6 to it.
Yep. She has advantage, though. Nope, she doesn't. Just kidding. I thought she had magical resistance, but she does not. How very interesting. All right, wisdom save. That's 16 -6.
10.
Wow. She has a +9 to her save too. That's amazing. Oof. Valindra's eyes kind of go white as she casts this spell, and she they just kind of like roll up, and she begins to like look outwards as she like stares into nothing. You guys don't see anything. After a couple of seconds, she casts it. She immediately comes back, and she says, "Shit."
What?
She knew I was scrying on her. She could see it.
Did you get a location or anything?
No idea. Looked like some sort of
Can you describe it?
Well, I know what she was doing. She looked like she was it looked like it was underground.
Underground.
There was a pool of water in the middle, and it was filtering out of the cave.
So it's a cave.
Like a cave. Yes, sort of. I didn't see much. And it looked like she had transformed this cave into a layer of sorts. There was glowing green lights and tables with notes on them, and boxes and barrels. There was also roots, wood, almost like she was underneath a tree.
Underneath a tree?
And yes,
Was
she
there
seemed to have been
anyone-
working, almost like she was scribing notes.
Was there anyone with her?
No.
Oh.
I could try again.
Do you know sending?
But as soon as I was able to see her and get a look around, she stared directly at me.
Yeah.
Do you know
Do I
sending?
know sending?
Yes.
Why?
Remember what happened last time we contacted her?
Not exactly, no.
She spoke to us directly.
I don't.
You don't? Alright, well, we have a friend we can get that scroll from.
I could learn it, though.
I think she's our best bet.
Yeah.
I think we need to finish what we're doing in the port today and then go tomorrow. I can talk to
Agreed.
I can talk to our friend. I can talk to Wakanga, get a scroll of sending from him. I can contact her when we're ready. Let her know that we're in Port Nianzaru, that we're here to help. She did show herself to us. And she spoke to us.
How long does it take for you to learn a spell?
Depending on the spell. Sending is a 2nd level spell. Third? 3 hours.
Here's the danger. I'm pretty sure she's part of the Red Wizards.
Yes, she is.
They want to harness the power of the artifact. And only destroy it if necessary.
So she's our best bet, but she might also turn on us in the end.
Exactly.
They're,
Still a better thing than anything else, as far as I can tell, right?
yeah.
I agree.
Except
Dr. Bede.
she's... I'm not
Tiff.
sure if...
Yes.
Sorry. Does this mean anything to you? If we want to meet up, look for the heart.
I mean, we have a location on the map called the Heart of Uptal.
That's probably what she is.
Well, I mean, if she's in a cave, the heart of Ruptal is flying.
Could she be underneath it?
I mean, it's difficult to say because I've never seen it. I'm aware that it's a flying structure, but I don't know if it's a sliver of the ground that got brought up with it. But if that's what she gave you, then
Jacob, can you bring up the
that's a
world map,
direction.
please?
What?
The world
Can you
map.
bring up the world map?
I can bring up the world map. Sorry.
It's definitely a possibility.
Jacob, were we told if Valindra is a lich or if she's just part of the Red Wizards who are all
You
trying...
know that she's a part of the Red Wizards. That's all
Okay.
you know.
We don't even know what the heart is, do we?
Somewhere in here.
Somewhere in this area.
Yes.
I could also I can cast teleport. Though
You've seen it. Can you do that with your scrying that you've
I've
seen
never
the room?
seen it. Teleport is very
Tricky.
unreliable across large distances.
But you saw the room she was in, right? Would that be enough?
Well,
I think the answer is maybe.
maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
teleportation and maybes.
Yeah.
I guess lives are
so
on the line.
if there's a teleportation circle, I can always teleport to it. As
Right.
long as I've seen it.
Nothing ventured, nothing
Do
gained,
you know?
right?
Do you know of any in?
If I have an associated object somewhere from the place that I'm teleporting to, it'll work. But I've only viewed it once. It's unlikely we will hit on target.
We
Likely
have-
be lost in the jungle.
We have a potential contact who could make us a teleportation circle here.
I also can only cast it once per day. So
if it
I
fails,
it's more that if you needed to get out, I could bring you back.
We could survive
Because
a day in the jungle.
I could easily teleport to you and then wait a day and then we teleport back to Port Nyanzaru. But going out there, getting lost in the jungles, you don't want that.
Would teleport only work for you?
No, I can cast it on up to 8 people.
How risky would the teleportation be?
Well, I could just teleport all of you to as close as I think that it is.
and then if it's wrong, we have
But
to
you
watch
just
for 2 days.
wait
You
a
may
day.
get split up. You may be wildly off target. You'll have no idea where you are. If it's a risk you're willing to take, I'll give it to you.
What is the percentage of that happening? Can you give us one? 50-50? Less than that? More?
Can all of us cast
She's
spells?
gonna roll Arcana.
Can all of us cast spells, or is it 3 of us can cast spells?
I have innate spellcasting, but not specifically.
Can
like,
you
knowledge
use
on it.
scrolls?
Jacob, since I can cast like Burning Hands, can I use a scroll?
Yes.
Okay.
As long
I
as
should
you
be
can
able to.
cast a spell, you can use a scroll.
I should be
Um,
able to. I'm not the best at it, but
You basically you have to have a spellcasting ability modifier to use a scroll. She says, I've only viewed it once. And not very well. So there is a 25% chance you make it on target.
How far off could we be?
I have no idea. Oh, my camera died.
Rip.
Should
If
we?
we
I think
go
I
to
might
if we go to
not.
Wakanga, we can get scrolls of locate creature.
That's only up to a
The
mile,
worry I
isn't
have
it?
is that the jungle is alive. It twists and turns. We may be able to locate the creature, but doesn't mean we can navigate the jungle. This teleportation idea is, I think, even though with a large margin of error, I think is the most effective.
Right.
Should
Well,
we-
what
I would give
what
us
I mean,
a higher rate of casualty trying to get to the heart of Uptal.
What I mean is not. What I mean is not. Is that we might
If
get to
if
her.
we get
What I mean
separated.
is, if we get separated, I can at least
During the
find
teleportation.
one of you maybe with a scroll.
I know, but knowing true north, even knowing the directions on a cardinal compass will not help you navigate the jungle. The jungle is magical. You can become lost even if you have a direction.
Well, locate creature should just tell me exactly where they are. It's not like a compass.
How long will it last?
I believe
because the jungle will change.
I believe the spell lasts an hour. It's not
That's a lot of time for you to travel.
It's not the longest distance, but
Well, hopefully we won't get separated that far then.
I think it's a good. I think it's a very strong option.
Mhm.
Going to the jungle, crossing that much terrain, the odds of survival of any of us are nearly 50-50.
Mhm.
This is a very good chance.
By the way, so technically speaking, if you, with the way Jacob said that, if I have a spellcasting like ability modifier, I don't technically, even though I have spells I can cast. According to D&D
What
Beyond,
do you-
I don't have that.
When you cast Burning Hands, what do you use to attack with it?
It has okay. So here I can actually send pictures of it. So
it doesn't actually give you a spellcasting modifier. It says your
Yes.
it says your modifier
Yes.
for this ability is equal to this, but it's
Yes.
not a spellcasting modifier.
Oh,
So like if I look at like Lilia's thing at the very top, it says modifier spell attack save DC. Gina does not have that, but she does have spells.
shoot, man. Then I don't
Then
think
no.
Gina can cast.
It's similar to having a wand. It's like
It-
this ability has this DC, but it
Actually,
doesn't.
the way I see it is, it's more of an innate ability.
Yeah,
that
that's
Gina
what I'm
has
thinking too,
That is
What
it acts as burning.
It's
hands.
equivalent to
Yes.
burning hands.
what level is locate creature? I can't. I wouldn't even reliably be able to cast it.
Yeah, same. I already knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that going in. I
think
think
the only one-
RE's the only one that can reliably cast it.
I think
I still think.
Syndra's our best bet.
Well,
So
I think-
actually, after reading the spell a little bit more, I can't directly teleport to a person. I have to know where you are to teleport to you. And even
You
then,
know,
I
you
may
can-
get off target.
You could scry on one of us.
I could, but even then, I would only be viewed once. It would still be only a 25% chance I would get to you.
Well, it's 25% chance that would succeed.
Also, a lot of that jungle looks the same.
Yeah.
right.
You would need to be in a marked, specific place that I would need to view and scry and then teleport to. And even then, we'd have to wait a day for me to cast it again.
Are we gonna try this then?
I may have misunderstood. Did you say 25% chance that we would go awry, or that it
25% chance, no, 75% chance that it'll go wrong.
that
25% chance that
my
you land.
then my argument's in reverse. We have a higher rate of survival in the jungle.
Right, but we do have a lot.
Well,
of
what
travel.
about Kirsabel? Have you been there? Have you seen it? The Aarakocra settlement?
I
That would be a good starting point.
actually think I have seen it.
Because I think we could just go there and we can journey out from there.
Where's that?
Kirs-
Kirsabel. Well, I've seen it. I haven't. It's
the same odds, or better?
a little bit better, but not by much. That would be the odds are then. There's a 50% chance you get on target.
That's the same as
50
That's the same
50
as the jungle.
that's the
What
same as
about-
the jungle, but saving a month of travel.
Chino, what if we instead took the boat out and went around the Horn and went to Refuge Bay?
Then we're
Or
at
maybe
risk of the
even-
pirates.
I think I'd rather take my risk with pirates than being spliced or cast into the jungle loosely.
I wouldn't want to tussle with your ship.
No, but we have a lot of enemies that know that ship.
Yeah, the port that we talked about anyway, that would be that's one that we know the Flaming Fist have gone to anyway. I think it would be best that we take the boat and maybe have Syndra come with us. We need to get to the heart of Uptau.
All right. If I'm able to see the place that we port to, I can obviously always teleport back to it.
What are we going to do about the wizard that's been imprisoned?
I want to try to wrap that up today. We can leave in the night, maybe.
Okay.
I can't.
I think
I can't just leave a man that I've promised to help.
do we do that on the boat? Travel to the port, take the river to Kirsabel, and that's where we leave Sindra and we disembark.
Yes. No matter how it goes today, they'll understand if we have to leave for the purposes of what's happening.
Jacob, did that flaming fist merc get on the ship, or is he still here?
He's gone.
Okay.
Is someone aware of like where he went? Like, does Darren or one of the others know that he actually boarded that ship and left?
A crew member is aware, like, oh yeah, I saw him leave this morning.
You know where he went?
He didn't say.
Oh, well. We can only hope.
Yeah. Well, in order to get to Port Castellar, it's already going to be about 5.5 days travel. That's if we have the wind on our side.
That's best that we bring Sindra for sure.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take?
To get from Port Nanzaro to Port
Castigliar.
Castigliar.
Well, I thought we were going to Refuge Bay.
We could. I don't know how hard the trek would be from Refuge Bay to Kirsabel. If we go to the port, we can go down that river.
That's what I was thinking, is the river. Take the river. Might be a little
At
bit
least we
easier
have
than going through the
direction.
jungle.
And you can go to Ataz Muhahaha.
Utaz Muhahaha.
Yes, Ataz Muhaha.
Utaz Muhaha. If we take the ship to Port Castigliar, it's 5.5 days.
I have a question for Ari. For you to have a teleportation circle, would you have to see it? How familiar would you have to be?
You just have to memorize the sequence.
We may
If
want
I can
to.
see the sequence, then I can always teleport to a circle.
I don't know how important this Harper agent is, but we may want to invest our time to trying to get onto a merchant vessel in the port that has a circle that I know of now.
There
Oh,
is
they have
something that I do know also.
What?
The Harper agent knows how to cast teleportation circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we rescue him, I could probably convince Simon to just let him come with us. The boat could be a teleportation circle.
How long would that take to make that happen? 5 days?
It would more be that we would need to spend the gold cost for him to make one, and then if Syndra's seen it, then when she comes out to teleport to us, as long as he draws it the next morning, she can teleport to it.
How long would that take?
Breaking him out or drawing the circle?
No, drawing the circle, the actual spell.
Drawing the circle takes, I think, 10 minutes.
So the circle wouldn't matter if you would have to like concentrate and do it multiple times a day for it to be a stationary circle.
Well, if we want it to be permanent, it takes a year.
Oh,
But
noted.
Let me check something.
so that's
Permanent one seems out of the question.
Let me go ahead and do this for you guys. Syndra will relay this information to you, as she is a wizard. She's like an 18th level wizard.
Okay.
She's like 15th level. She says, as you cast the spell, you draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground inscribed with sigils that link your location to a permanent teleportation circle of your choice, whose sigil sequence you know, and that is on the same plane of existence as you. A shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open until the end of your next turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle or in the nearest unoccupied space if the space is occupied. Many major temples, guilds, and other important places have permanent teleportation circles inscribed in their confines, blah, 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 blah. You can learn additional sigil sequences during your adventures. You can commit a new sigil sequence to memory after studying it for a minute.
So we'd still need one anyway.
So if you wanted to create a new one, you would have to create 2. Because you could just cast teleportation circle, a brand new one right here, but it won't do anything. It won't do anything until you cast another one.
Yeah.
But Syndra can, if a random teleportation circle is casted, it won't do anything. It'll just be a sequence. She can learn the sequence and cast teleportation.
Oh, that's interesting.
Ari can.
And there is 0% chance of anything going wrong.
So
if she can have a circle.
as long as we had the wizard with us and he had the materials to cast the spell, she could always teleport us to that location.
Yes.
I will let you guys know. Ari can learn teleportation circle.
So we can do it without the wizard already.
Yes.
Can learn or knows?
Can learn.
Now, just
So,
to let you
how
know,
does
Could
that-
Sindra teach it to you?
Oh, it doesn't work like that.
Oh,
Oh, no, she's a sorcerer. I'm a wizard.
So wait, how
It's
do
different.
you wait? Are we playing with rules where
Also-
you can switch your spells?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did
I
not
can-
know
For
that.
Ari, yes, for
We're
Ari,
doing
we're
that.
playing with the Unearthed Arcana sorcerer class feature where she can
Prepare.
every long rest switch out one spell.
Okay.
So
So
she has
that'd
prep
just take a
spells,
day.
but for one. Also, teleportation circle requires that you have 50 gold pieces of precious gems, inks, and chalks, which it consumes. Also, if you cast teleportation circle in the same place for a year, it becomes a permanent circle, meaning that the circle is there and you can just teleport between the
Okay.
two circles as much as you want.
How many?
It
How
doesn't
many?
require spell slot or
How
anything.
many days is a year in Forgotten Realms?
Is there 12 months? Each month is 30 days. So
So 360
Eight.
days.
It's gonna cast
Yep.
cost 18,000 gold.
Jesus
Make it
Christ.
permanent.
Well, that's
Well-
not happening.
what if we? So how hard is this? What has this wizard done to get him imprisoned?
He's not in the jail. He's
He's imprisoned
he's-
by the Flaming Fist.
more hostage situation. He's probably in one of
Where?
their rooms. Probably the room that Ralph went into. I don't know his name. Probably the room that the guy that I followed went into.
Hmm.
Here's the problem. The problem isn't finding him. The problem is that it's in the merchant's villa.
I still think that this plan can work, Ira. If you were able to rescue this man before we were able to leave, and we leave tonight, we can have a head start on this.
Couldn't
We could do the same thing with
we?
Ari, right?
Well, I was gonna
Much
say.
safer than teleporting.
Well, I'm thinking about it. We wouldn't even need to risk you. Because if Ari and the wizard just both had the same inscription, she could just draw it.
That's another person to manage in the jungle, though.
There's a
If we could leave Sindra on the boat,
No, that's the
And
point.
then
That's the point I'm making. Ari could just draw the same circle as the
if
wizard.
the two of them draw the same circle, you can teleport between the two. But
But
only
couldn't we
for
do the
6
same
seconds.
thing with- oh,
And it's gonna take 10 minutes for me to cast it. I don't think teleport takes that long.
And you would need to tell...
It would have to be at
the
the
other
exact
guy-
same time.
No, it wouldn't have to be at the same time. He would just have
No.
to draw it, and then as soon as Ari drew hers, you could go through it.
We would just have to have him draw it every day at dawn and hope that he gets it done before we need it.
I agree. I think Sindra still goes with us to these locations that we're going to,
Yes.
and then she can
Yes.
teleport back home. It's
If
crucial
something
to
goes
call
wrong.
her if we need to, so she can reliably get to us.
I agree
I'll,
with that.
I'll sail with you.
We should meet with the Harpers. Plan a attack.
I think
stealth
so.
mission.
I might be biased. My friend here has put some fire in my belly, but I don't think we should waste too much time on this wizard either.
I agree, but like I said,
The
I
Harpers
can't-
had the Harpers had the agents to do it themselves. I would say they could just do it themselves, but they're
And if this works, then we might actually have some friends in Port Nyanzara that can do stuff if we ever need to return.
Oh, I agree. I just think if it works, we've already spit in the face of Flying Fists many times already. This might be the last. And if they're after the boats, they're going to be definitely after our boat after we leave.
could we hire people here that
I
could
mean, absolutely.
break him out?
I just don't know how reliable it is or expensive it might be.
Yeah, we might just be giving money over to a Zent.
That's
Hmm.
also true. Yeah.
We could ask a merchant prince for aid.
Well, we
I
do
have-
have a new friend.
Okay, Othe?
It's an option.
She was quite nice to me earlier today.
Was
Uh,
she?
Yesterday.
She may even have a
Because
circle
of the-
already.
because
We
of
didn't
the
even ask
fight?
her.
Because of the fight?
Yes, she apologized. Would we need a sanction from Jessamine?
She doesn't like the Flaming Fist either.
No, she does not.
The sanction only is usually valid for a single person, and we have to know that person.
Right.
But Keothe doesn't necessarily. If she's not a fan of the Flaming Fist, maybe she could pull some strings in the Prince's villa for us.
It's possible.
Give us the opportunity to break in.
Okay. Well,
It's
I'll have to
possible.
plan then.
Look, I also don't know how to talk to the princes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think my style of talking goes very well with them.
Lucky enough, I think Quarther's already opened that dialogue for us. I think we just have to show up and talk to her.
And she'd
Yes.
probably take any chance to screw them over.
I think so too.
And the Flaming Fist are our enemies right now anyways. They're looking for the Soulmonger too.
Okay, then maybe stop for her first, and if there's no aid there to give, maybe we just charge the estate and try and get this wizard out.
If that happens, we're probably not coming back ever, are we?
I think if we go in the jungle, we may not come back anyway. That sounds like future us's problem to deal with.
Yes.
Fair.
And we have ways of getting back into the city if
Well,
we need it.
you and I do.
I'm pretty good at disguising people.
I've
Yeah.
moved once before.
Only
Destroying
problems. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I moved once before. I don't mind burning this place. And destroying this artifact that is killing people sounds like it's worth a relocation.
That's fair. Sheena, I assume you don't have any personal attachment to Portney and Zaru?
Not personally, no.
Sheena loves this place.
So we're asking Keothe for help, and if she doesn't say yes, then we're just saying fuck it, and we're gonna charge, and
Yes.
then get out?
I think it's a plan.
Alright.
At least the one we have right now.
And the party plans to become enemies of the state. And hopes to help the rest of the world with whatever is going on here.
Don't know how okay Ira is with this idea, but
This is
I
fine.
think anyone's like 100% okay with this. We're just kind of like, all right, well, we might have to do this.
I agree, Spencer. This is great. Super fun. It's just cause and effect. And I love
Jacob likes it because he's like, cool, then Jessamine can hire assassins to kill them.
No,
No,
those guys
not
were
that.
easy to kill.
It's just cool because it's just building blocks and seeing where things fall into place. It's really interesting. But that is where we're going to end tonight's game. Today's game, I guess. Thank you guys for joining us for today's episode. We'll be back at some point in time with a new one. And yeah, appreciate you joining us for today's episode. Thank you guys for playing, and we'll see you guys next time on
always.
Tomb of Annihilation. That's the end of this game recording game stream.